Fort Collins and Boulder. They love me up
black
there.
people up there, man.
I think that's what it is. They
Unicorn.
just be so happy to see a black person come up there and talk some jokes.
Right.
Some
They're
jokes.
like, oh, look, he's not one of us.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, like, basically spend vacation time in Fort Collins because, like, I had buddies that lived up there.
Mm-hmm.
Go, like, hang out and party for, like, a 3-day weekend.
They
like-
party up there, man.
Like, halfway through that third day, I'm like, man, there's no fucking 7-Elevens up here. There's no black people up here. Like, I'm the blackest person in 5 square miles, dude. This is freaking me out.
Every time I go up there, man, I get invited to a party. I met these one dudes, man. They must have been some little rich kids or some kids of rich people. Because they're like, man, we just got a house we party in, man. Come on, we get some drugs, get some girls, man. We just fucking have a party. I'm like, I don't party with white people like that, man. Y'all get crazy.
What? What's wrong with partying white people?
Hell no. Not just me.
Wait, why?
Huh?
What?
Because, man, y'all do too many drugs. Y'all get crazy and shit, man.
Define too many drugs.
All the drugs. White people do all the goddamn
Not
drugs.
all the drugs.
All the drugs. And casually, too. Niggas don't do crack casually. I've seen white people do crack casually. Around this motherfucker. They'll ask you, like, would you? No, motherfucker, you don't ask people if they want crack.
Is that just because these white people are trying it for the first time, or
Hell no. This is
No, I
they do.
have met white people that just, like, casually do crack.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they do it like
Like
they
every
do it like
6
it's
months,
like
once
it's
a year,
blunt,
whatever. Yeah, just like, oh, we're gonna smoke crack tonight, and then they're fine for like 6 months.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they do. White people do hard drugs casually. It's pretty impressive.
I've never. I got to think about that because
Oh, it's because you come from money, son.
Yeah, but okay, fine. But I threw a lot of parties at my parents' rather sizable house.
Oh, you come from okay. I know you came from money. Okay.
I come from it. I don't have any of it now, but I come from
Are
it.
you still cool with your people, or they kicked you out?
I am the black sheep of the family.
That's it. That's what happened. Okay.
For sure. Mostly because it's like just the littlest shit pisses me off and pisses them off, and it's like whatever.
What made them get rid of you? What happened?
They didn't
Fuck
really.
black girl. What happened?
No, that should have been my sister who married a white Jewish girl. She should have been the black sheep, but she's the overachiever because she fought through. She's an immigration attorney to keep them in. So you figure let's say my mother isn't terribly keen on the idea of keeping them in, which always makes me fucking giggle because she's an immigrant. Like, she moved here from Europe when she was 22 with, like, no money and, like, made good. But now she's like, fuck all these people.
That's
like,
what everybody does.
I don't get it. Like, that's what
everybody does.
I feel like it's just a level of like, I don't want you to have what I have.
Exactly.
Like, you're
That's
not
what
as
it is.
special as I am.
Because that's the dividing line. You want to be above people, man. So you will when you're in those circumstances, you understand their plight. But once you rise above them, you be like, man, fuck y'all, I'm out of here.
Right. That's not my plight anymore, bitches.
Exactly. It's about that's why I tell people, man, about rich people and shit. And everybody expects rich people to understand the plight of the poor man. I'm like, their circumstances are different. They're rolling in different circles. They don't even know what's going on. They have their own problems.
Right.
Just because they're rich don't mean they don't have problems. They have different problems that are different from ours. So they're just doing what's best for them.
And I mean, to my mother's credit, she was never somebody that took advantage of social programs and things like that. So, okay, fine. If you want to base it on, I don't want people using the sizable amount of tax money that I put into the system, fine. But why deny them the opportunity to do what you did? I mean, like,
because that's where people are, man. People are fucked up.
Yeah, man.
People are fucked up, man. Exactly.
Once you have something, you don't want anyone else to have it.
People make it up the ladder and then cut the ladder off at the bottom. That's what they do.
Yeah, you throw kerosene like the bridge and be like, yeah, fucking build your own bridge. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, how do you turn your back on that so impassionately? You know, that just gets me. But I'm also like the most.
Ooh, anyone I ever met that had to like work legitimately hard to like, you know, overcome whatever and like become something. Like, they take it personal when other people try and just get help. See, if they don't like to have that same struggle.
But I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell a lot of people. A lot of people that have money, they weren't given their money. They didn't steal it. They worked hard to get their money. They built it up from the ground up. And then a lot of people don't get help. When you're coming up through the trenches, you really don't get help. You get the opposite of it, and you still battle through. And when you get to a certain level, now if anybody says anything about hard work, anything, you like, well, this is what the fuck I did. You do it because you kind of jaded on the way you came up and had to work. So you look at anybody else like, oh, you lazy. When it's really not like that. Like I said, it's all about circumstances. Some people are just, ain't got what you had. So give them a little hand, man. That's what being superior to other people is so enticing. Motherfuckers love it. They love a lot of people out here just trying to get something just so they can shit on other people with it. That's their main objective. I want this so I can shit on that motherfucker.
There's a lot of truth to that. The motivation is definitely there, but I mean, and then they want to give it all away when they die. Like, the richest people in the country are all giving away their money at the end of their life. And it's like, yeah, because then they won't have to be better than anybody because their ass is dead.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't take it with you, so.
Can't take it. That's why they trying to live forever, man. All this shit they doing is trying to make it so they can motherfucking live forever, man. That's why they doing all this crazy ass shit. They think they close. I think they close. I think they'll get. I think they know they can't keep the human body running forever, so they're just gonna start like downloading consciousness onto this
within my lifetime, I guarantee
putting,
it.
Yeah, and putting them into androids and shit. I mean, you got to understand, why do you think they're putting so much money into androids and AI and all this shit, man? These motherfuckers trying to live forever. That's the ultimate goal, to live forever and be rich forever.
So to go back to we opened up with talking about white people parties. So I'll show you, if I can,
Oh,
the
Lord.
property that I grew up on.
Oh, shit, nigga, I can see the motherfucking driveway.
That's not it.
That wasn't it? I'm about to say
No,
the driveway 3 miles long, so I know it's going to a big-ass house.
I grew up in a bigger place than that.
Oh, my bad. He's like, that's peasant's
Dude,
house?
The house I grew up in New York is now a fucking hair salon, so.
Is it still the same structure of the house?
Yeah, it still is.
Fun.
I know, right? My brother got his hair cut there recently, and he's like, yeah, this was my bedroom at one point. Holy hell, man.
So that was the house. This is the balcony off
Nigga,
of
this
my
is a compound. This ain't no house. Look at this shit with a tree line and everything.
Yeah, there was all woods up here.
Damn, Joe.
So, yeah. And then I don't know if there's going to be any pictures of it, like, because Street View can't go down that road.
Yeah.
Private roads?
No, it was just a long driveway. Like, the driveways starts up here and meanders through all the trees down to here.
Yeah, you
get along with your parents?
So this is someone else's compound?
That's actually, they tore down the much smaller house that was once there and built that fucking abortion.
The much smaller house.
No, so the house that was there for most of my life was like the side, and this is a barn over here for our neighbors because they kept horses. All of this is their property, which was just under
That's fucking ridiculous,
8 acres.
man.
So my parents' property was 4. So, yeah.
You know you got money when your fucking driveway is a horseshoe.
They don't live there anymore. Our house here, there was a circle, but the trees have grown in, so there's a circle to the front door, and then down here to the garage, the 4-car garage in the back.
How your people get their money?
Mostly actually through my mother. She started as an individual salesman for like health insurance, and then built her own company around that to sell health, life, and disability from a lot of. She's just a broker.
Okay.
She probably cleared $500,000 a year when at the peak. So my dad has a little different upbringing. He Ivy League, the whole deal. He was a executive vice president for Perkin-Elmer, who makes, most notably, they built a bunch of stuff that went into the Hubble Space Telescope.
Ooh,
The one that proved Earth wasn't flat.
I haven't seen it yet. You can't prove anything.
But like, I got to go see the Hubble while it was being built and shit like that. But then he got laid off because, and the guy that took over, that fired him, then became like a brief or an interim head of the CIA for a while. He actually ended up living a little further down this road. I don't remember exactly which his house was, but it was like down in here somewhere.
Jesus.
So, yeah. But
Fun.
I digress. But no, I threw parties there, and like, yeah, okay, so people, you would take an opportunity. I think as a white kid, you took an opportunity at a house party to be like, there's nobody to judge me for doing this right now. But I don't ever felt like they imposed that. It's just like, oh, okay, so there. I never saw any intravenous drugs, but yeah, I'd definitely say just about anything that could be smoked was smoked at one time or another. But it was mostly, I mean, generally it was beer and weed.
No, I ain't never had no motherfucker offer me no heroin, no shit like that. So that's. But yeah, they offer you some crack, goddamn, if they like you good enough.
No, I mean, crack in general. I mean, in upstate New York, it was bad. It was real bad back.
What's up with you, buddy? I heard you had a little adventure.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
Piece of shit, you.
I know. Thanks.
So was that after the mic?
What are you talking about? But that was what the yeah. Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
after. Yeah, it was after.
After that whole conversation we had, what, Friday night?
Yeah, no, we talked about it like we're no.
It does no. You ain't got nothing to say. You just fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. That's it. It happens. I've done it before, man. I've done it.
Yeah,
I still love you, buddy.
that is what it is, I guess. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When your friend is pussy whipped.
Oh God.
This motherfucker.
For pussy.
Can he
that
be
he's not
pussy
even
whipped?
whipping.
Huh?
Can he be pussy whipped?
Oh, if he's hit it before and he wants to hit it again.
Yeah, I told you, man. Look, you can, as a dude, you cannot be afraid of giving up pussy, man. You got to cut it off.
Well.
Tell you got to cut it off. That's how they control you, man. Just the idea of getting the pussy again is just driving you crazy.
Well, no, I don't even think it's gonna happen. You know?
So why do you go back? Tell me why you go back.
I don't know, cause
You be bored. You just do it out of boredom.
well, yeah, I mean that, and like I don't fucking have anything going on, and I don't. I mean, it's,
But why choose to torment yourself just because you ain't got nothing
Because
going
at
on?
least it's something.
Oh my God! God,
I mean, you
go,
could have
you
come
know
to
what?
my
There's
house and
something
got
there.
high and played video games. Just saying.
At 1:30 in the morning.
I mean, I was playing Grand Theft Auto 130.
Oh.
Daylight savings fucked me all up.
Oh, no, you
my
totally-
internal
yeah.
clock is toast.
Me too. Yeah, no, it fucked me all up too.
I hate that shit. Why do we even do that shit?
What?
Daylight savings.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
it used to be for farmers, and now it's
No.
really obsolete.
It was never for farmers.
I thought it was for the farmers.
Farmers will get up whenever the fuck they need to get up. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
farmers
what fucking
follow the
time it
sun. They
is.
don't give a fuck what
I
time
thought it was
is.
something with
No.
the crops or some shit. So what the fuck? What did it come about?
No, it was a guy. I watched a video on it recently. It was just a person that said, okay, it was actually it was originally just because people wanted to maximize the amount of sunlight that they had during their regular 9-to-5 job so that they weren't coming home and it was already dark out. And it goes back to like I want to say like 1916 or some shit like that.
But that doesn't matter. I mean, that doesn't make any sense because
Because-
you're losing. I mean,
No, the idea was, and not every country ever followed it. And
you got
Not
states
even
that
all
don't even
states
yeah.
follow it.
well, that's a
Yeah.
more recent development, but like Arizona never participated. But generally speaking, no country that's like around the equator or within the tropics or even close to it participates. Almost none of them. The only countries that do it are in the far northern, like us, England, Europe, and then like south, like Australia, most of South America, but it's really not that many. And it's like, it makes no fucking sense anymore. It made sense maybe at one point just because, hey, everybody's working a mandated sort of like 8 a.m. factory shift.
Yeah.
But now when you have to communicate, like one of the things they pointed out is even when we switch it, not everybody switches it at the same time. So the example that they chose was, okay, Australia, England, and U.S., you're trying to coordinate a conference call. And so you put it in your schedule, it's this time. Well, depending on the time of the year, us and those countries could be separated by 4 hours, 5 hours, 11 hours, 9 hours, 8, just based on when everybody decides that they're going to switch it. It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, my brother just moved to Arizona, and I talked to him on
They
the phone.
don't have it.
Yeah, they don't have it. But like, and we were like, it was before we just did. Like, it was before the change. It was like talking like a Friday or something.
I think it happened like Saturday night.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I'm an hour like ahead of you right now, and then on Sunday night or Saturday night going into Sunday, we're going to be back on the same time again. And I'm like, what? I mean, okay, yeah, I mean, God bless Arizona for not doing that. Honestly, I mean, it's
Arizona don't celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday either, do they?
well,
Is that them or is that New Mexico?
no, it was them and
I can't. It's one or the other.
It was-
it's one of them.
it was Arizona and New Hampshire for a little bit, and then finally New Hampshire gave in finally and said yes, because the one black guy in the state was like, hey, this is kind of fucked up.
I bet there's more than one. I bet there's like 5.
In,
Why-
New
why-
Hampshire,
Yeah, there's like
I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go there.
Well, they're libertarians. They don't fucking do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, Arizona.
Arizona, last one.
Yep.
But 93, they changed it over.
Yeah, New Hampshire was.
That was 93. It was that far back. I feel like it was.
I don't know what New Hampshire's fucking deal was.
No, we get it. That slights to the black
99 to New
99.
Hampshire.
Yeah.
slights to black people. No matter how long ago it happened, you still feels fresh.
Oh yeah, pressure never goes away.
Virginia, that's a shock.
2000.
Yeah, Virginia.
Wow. Utah, well,
Well, no surprise there. There's like 4 black people in the whole fucking state.
in South Carolina. That's strange.
What? It's the South.
Racist customer gets his ass beaten by Burger King employee.
I like how that dude's in like a leg splint and everything.
Like, what is she
Is
doing?
she tasing him or is
I
she
don't
like
know.
pouring something down his crack?
I don't know.
I mean, you've got to be a special kind of asshole to be injured and be a complete piece of shit at the same time. The fuck did he say?
I don't know, but I don't care what this bitch has to say either. Hi, I'm kind of cute, so they let me on the news.
Yeah. Ugh.
This Burger King had a fist
Oh
fight.
man, ain't no. Is it a video or is it just stills?
They probably
It's probably just stills and just
Yeah.
stupid assholes talking over, it, being like, "Oh my god," and it's on Insta or no, fucking yeah. There's the Instagram.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, what do you expect? He's at a Burger King.
This dude's losing
Oh,
his
he
mind.
hyped too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's all.
He's super
he
hyphy.
came in a little hot.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, I'd be mad too if I had to live looking like that.
Yeah.
Limping like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
Just sit-
running his mouth. Now he's.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's throwing shit.
Oh damn.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's some bitch move.
All right.
But let me guess, this is all white people's fault. This-
It always is. Shit.
Yeah.
Something this cracker did.
My girlfriend masturbates after we have sex. Why?
Cause she ain't come.
yeah. And all,
Next
and,
question.
And you're, yeah,
Right?
Move on. Like I.
But what if she did?
Huh?
Because I mean, I read the article and it
Oh,
actually.
she may want to come again then.
Right?
You got women like that. They like to bust a couple nuts.
I've had one woman in my past where like I could give her 3-4 orgasms like orally, vaginally, whatever, and I'd just be spent. Like I've got about 3 in my gas tank and I'm done. I need like a half an hour. And she'll masturbate for like that whole half an hour and have 2-3 more, and then when I'm ready to go again, like boom.
Yeah, man, you got some women out here. They insatiable, man. When you meet them, you be like, damn, I can't do shit for this bitch.
Yeah.
For real. You fuck the shit out of her, you know what I'm saying? But it is like, motherfuckers still be. I'm like, Joe, you don't understand how biology works, goddammit.
Yeah, no, Jesus.
Fine.
I mean-
This is my favorite. Okay, so we've been doing headlines across 3 different podcasts now, and this has got to be my favorite headline probably ever. Trump wins order to gag porn actress.
Oh, it is such a beautiful play on words.
Yeah.
So he got to shut up, huh? Stormy Daniels?
I don't think so. She's been like on every fucking talk show. Like
Because what she was saying was that he didn't sign it, his lawyer signed it, so it kind of makes the contract void.
of the NDA,
The non-disclosure agreement that he didn't sign it, the lawyer signed it. So unless his lawyer has some type of power of attorney to sign things for him,
I imagine he probably does.
he has to give that over. He's still just the lawyer.
Also, if people think this is going to be like the end of him, yeah, sure it is.
He ain't going
So-
nowhere. He doing
Yeah,
what he's
I
supposed to.
don't
man.
follow the news. You said Stormy Daniels, is that the porn actress?
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened? She like banged
They-
him and got a
they-
video or something?
They had an affair, and he tried to cover it up. He had got to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Oh, his lawyer.
Or his
got her.
lawyer, yeah, and the lawyer signed it, and not Donald Trump. So now she's coming out, and I don't even know why. Like,
Does she still do porn?
Joe-
Some of these pictures are not great.
she's not a. She's probably just one of them dirty asshole to mouth. Just
She's also
filthy.
number 1 on Pornhub now, like out of nowhere. Like she's the number 1.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
she trying to sue him for a fucking affair, man. It makes no sense. She's trying to get her bread. She's trying to get her money up. But I hate when people think that this is gonna do something. This
It's
motherfucker's.
not.
We already know you're a piece of shit.
yeah.
So what this don't
Right.
do nothing.
You can't
Grabbing pussies and everything.
you can't yeah, you can't shame the shameless. They don't-
Exactly.
He doesn't this is
Dude,
this
he-
is not his Monica Lewinsky. Give me a fucking
Joe.
break.
He don't give a fuck, and people are protecting him. He's not going anywhere. Joe, he's literally just a pin with hair.
Who's
It's just signing off shit.
protecting him?
Huh?
Who's protecting
The
him?
motherfuckers that put him in office.
Republicans.
And who do you believe that is?
Corporations, man.
And stupid
You
people.
honestly think that?
I think the motherfuckers. Cause look at the shit he's doing, man. He's deregulating. He's deregulating the banks. EPA. He's taking away everybody's ability to not be racist. He's just letting them you can be racist if you want to. With the banks, he's making it to where like they can literally open just say like, you black, I'm not giving you a loan.
But so my counter to that is
Come on with it.
shouldn't a business not be mandated by, I think, what did they say? To start up a company in this country, there's 1,100 pages of legislation that you have to adhere to. I think that's fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
This is the country where you're supposed to like come up with a great idea, start a business, be successful.
Man, that's a myth. They gave you this is the thing. They give people the idea of the American dream, and they allow certain people to achieve it. So you have somebody to look up to, like, oh, I can get there, but you really can't. They're literally cutting you off from the American dream right now. That's why the cost of services and goods are going up so high, and you're not getting paid anymore because you're only going to have enough money to literally do what you need to do, which is live, go to work, eat, and that's it.
But see, there's a lot of this. I agree that the corporate culture in this country dictates far too much of our legislation. It does. Like at the end of the day, I don't
dictate all of it. We get the scraps left over, what they just don't give a fuck about. But if they give a fuck about it, if they want something, they're going to get it, man. It's obvious to see that. That's why I don't understand why people get so into politics. I'm like, it's not for you. It ain't for you, man.
But my thought on this is, doesn't it? And I may be way off base here, but doesn't it make a lot more sense to have less legislation in the interest of those big companies? Like if I were the head of Walmart, or if I was the head of Amazon or Apple or any of these companies, I would want every startup to have an equal chance of being successful, because at the end of the day, once it gets to be awesome, I'm just going to fucking buy it.
See,
and
this
they've
is what I
done
like about
all
you.
the legwork for me, and I don't have to pay for any of that. I can just be like, yep, you perfected it, now it's mine.
See, this is where me and you going to get into it, James, because you always look at what would happen if things worked appropriately.
I will look at things logically.
that's
so
what-
I don't understand.
exactly.
I don't understand the argument that a
But
corporate entity would want all this, because isn't it just making it harder for them too?
No, they're above it. They just said Amazon is too big to tax. How the fuck are you? How are you too big to tax? How are you too big to fail? Why is it that you've made it to a point to where you can fuck off all your money and you can still be in business because you're too big to fail? You're a bank? That's ridiculous, man. Come on now. You ain't too big to lose your house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's because the tax code's all fucked up.
Because they fucked it up. These are all lawyers, man. These dudes have teams of lawyers to look through this shit. They create these long ass bills that you and I can't get through, but we got lawyers on retainers that's gonna look through this, see what the loopholes we can jump through, and then we gonna do it. For you, the taxes for you. That shit for you. It ain't for me.
Yeah.
I ain't got to worry about it.
So what would be the solution then?
There is no solution. It's too fucked up. That's why shit's getting so fucked up now. It's too many greedy motherfuckers. It's too fucked up. I don't know what's going on in the world right now, because I'm always like the white man is up to something. But I see a lot of like pro-black shit in the world going on. So I'm like, I really don't know what's going on. It's something going on in the world right now. I don't know what it is, because every time I see something, like, okay, this is what's going on. I see something that opposes that, and I'm like, damn, they ain't doing shit with this motherfuckers. There's like the shit that's going on in Africa. You heard what's going on in Africa?
What
Which
part?
thing?
Huh?
Which thing?
With the white farmers, they taking their land back and kicking them out.
Yeah,
I did
South
see something
Africa.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, something ain't right with that, man. Like, why they letting them do this? Because they letting them do it. If they don't want them to do it, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's because if a black guy kills a white guy, that's a unfortunate tragedy. If a white guy kills a black guy, it's a hate crime, and the whole world looks at it that way.
Well, no, you gotta understand the politics in Africa, man. Motherfuckers don't really. It's crazy.
After
out there, man.
apartheid, if a bunch of white farmers got together and started killing black people, it would be the end of white people in South Africa.
Hey, it's the end of them now, shit. But the president said we ain't killing them yet. I was like, God damn, this nigga is crazy. But it's like, but this, I'm telling you, remember we was talking about I was watching this little conspiracy thing, and this is what I was.
Oh, dear God.
But it
What do you got?
makes
What do you
sense,
got? What do you
though.
got?
So this is what they said. They said like Obama They said the reason why Obama was so perfect, or what he was made to look so perfect, didn't have any scandals. He still, motherfuckers looking at Obama like he should be doing something right now. Obama is done. They were saying because when you look at, they're trying to have this one government, one world government. If you look at the world in terms of white and black people, white people are the minority in the world. It's mostly black and brown people. So,
Asian.
huh?
Asian.
They don't count. Fuck them. But
But there's more Asians and Indians than anybody else by like a 2-to-1 margin.
what they were saying is that what they want is a person that looks like the rest of the world or the majority of the world to run it. So you make this person so good, everybody wants him. Then you put a person that's so bad that makes him look even better. So if it does become to we have this one world government, he can step into that position and nobody will really be like, okay, well, shit, Obama cool.
And in the meantime, while he's waiting to become the first president of the one world government, he picked up a job with Netflix.
Hey, you gotta make bread. Shit, he a celebrity, goddammit. I'm just saying it's a conspiracy thing, but a lot of that shit, you be like, damn, that's kind of, because he was too perfect. Come on, Obama. Obama was too perfect. They protected him from getting fucked up. Even when they was coming at him, they really couldn't get to him.
And he did some shitty stuff too. Like
He didn't do any shitty stuff. Shitty stuff happened while he was in there. He just never got attached to it.
He killed more people worldwide than like direct response of his orders than any president since like fucking Kennedy or some shit.
Is it stuck on him though?
No, we're talking like drone strikes and shit.
Yeah, because he had to individually
But
order
do you
every
understand-
drone
no, but
strike.
He makes the point that like 99% of people don't know that shit.
Yeah.
But we in America, we like drone strikes on other countries. We like that shit.
Yeah, we like it because we don't like sending fucking kids from Mississippi to fucking war. I get it. Nobody wants to send their kids to war.
But also makes us look real bad too.
But all he did was make the whole rest of a lot of parts of this world hate us so much more than they did before he was
They
there.
hate the idea of America. They don't hate Obama.
I disagree.
I think they hate the idea of America. They hate American culture.
no, they hate us because we're fucking with them. That's why they don't like us.
They hated us
'Cause
for
we're in
a
their
long
shit
time.
all the time. And I mean,
I don't think people really understand what America does to other countries. Like, they go in and destabilize the government and literally plunge the fucking country into
Total chaos.
total chaos, and then they go in there and they become their saviors. And they put somebody in power so they can fucking manipulate the system.
I mean, that's the way we've done it since fucking 1912 or something. We started that with the Panama Canal,
Yeah.
basically. I learned that recently.
and then it was a Nicaragua.
It was supposed to be in Nicaragua. But then, because Panama wasn't its own country, it was part of Colombia. And so we went in there and be like, how'd you like to be your own country? Yeah, we'd really like that. Cool. We'll help you do that, but we get to own this canal. Teddy Roosevelt did that.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay. And it wasn't until the Carter administration that we gave it back to them and said, yeah, okay, you can have it. It was our property.
Because we was
for
done
like
with it.
90 years or 60-something years.
There's nothing done in good faith when you're talking about the government. It's not done in good faith. It's done for a particular reason.
Yeah.
So if we get something good, it's a reason why it's being done.
No, you're absolutely right. The basis for everything that happens is, I mean, it's base economics.
Yeah.
There's an incentive. What is the incentive?
Exactly.
So you have to look at, okay, this happened. Why did this happen? Is not the question. It's like, what was the motivation for that to happen? Because
Exactly.
who does it benefit?
Who does it benefit?
Because everything always benefits somebody other than, like, I'm really curious, who does global warming benefit?
Oh, so they talked about that, right? They was saying it's just a big made up thing. Because when we go to the one world government, because it's like now what you get to do is you get
What's
to
a made up thing? Hold on.
Huh?
What's a made
global
up?
warming.
Oh,
Global
okay.
warming is made up. Let me tell you why though. Let me tell you why though. Like I personally think it's a real thing, but
Ooh, I have a counter for this when you're done.
oh no, but they were saying it's a lie because what they're allowing them to do now is tax industries that produce high emissions. And so when we go to this one world government and all these other nations start to become developed like we are, you get to tax all of them too. So it's like before everything happens, it's a money thing.
It's like a test run to see if it were
Exactly, and they're getting to a point to where they're trying to tax the world for producing whatever the emissions that cause global warming per se.
But a one world government wouldn't work if everybody's in one government. We're just like, yeah, but you guys are still developing, so you got to get taxed as shit. Like, they're going to be like, well,
dude,
then we're
let me
not part of your government. It's pretty simple.
If it's a world government,
Yeah, but how are you going to enforce that? You're going to have to enslave these people fundamentally to keep them as part of it.
You don't
Dude,
think
I'm
they, you don't think
telling
they
you,
won't do it? You don't think they won't do it? They did it before a couple times.
Have I told you my theory on how they're going to introduce one world government?
What?
I think so, but go for it.
Tell me.
Dude, okay, so like there's all these countries and they all hate each other and like they need something to unify everyone around the globe. Staged alien invasion. Boom, this government saved us. We are now in charge of everything. It is the only way you're going to get a whole world to go along with that.
Like Independence Day type of shit.
Nah,
Yeah.
it still wouldn't happen, man. People are just that fucking stubborn, man. Like people don't understand how some people in the world hate other people just because they're a certain thing. Who is it? Is it like Palestinians and who's the other motherfucker? The other people, Palestinians and Pakistanis. Don't they hate each other?
No,
No,
it's
no.
Palestinians and Israelis.
Israelis,
that fucking
there you
hate
go.
Each other.
Also,
Them like on site, it's on. Like that's how they hate each other. They ain't even got to know a motherfucker.
Also, Pakistani and Indians fucking absolutely hate each other.
Yeah, and both of them for very good reasons because they've kind of taken each other's land.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically why there's a lot of hatred there.
But this is like it's like historical hatred though. You know what I'm saying? To where it goes back to where it is not gonna go away, man. These motherfuckers are just that stubborn. There are some people on this planet that would just rather see it burn than have some people in charge of it.
Damn.
For real. It just is what it is.
So you talked that out. So I was going to save this for next week's because it's sort of buried, but I came across this today. So they found this 6,500-year-old mummy of a child in Peru, and next to it they found this, which you can see on the screen here, which is a 3-fingered and 3-toed mummy. And so I'm trying to find a better picture of it. That they're saying is in fact human because it has human DNA, but that's about where it stops. It has 23 matched pairs of chromosomes, but I don't even think this is, that's the picture of it, but they've kind of, the Russians are on this.
Well, that's not good.
So,
No, I love it. Putin doesn't give a fuck. He's got his own money. He's got his own like continent.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's killing spies.
This is the thing that really bothers me. It pisses me off, and it should piss everybody in the fucking world off. Is that, dude? We have the ability, the technology, the money to live in a utopia, the whole fucking world. Really
yeah.
do.
There's
Well,
enough natural resources
yeah.
on this planet to feed, educate, house comfortably every person on the entire planet.
And they
But
just
there's no money in it.
that's the thing. Like, nigga, we really don't need money. If you really think about it, society doesn't need money because there's enough on the earth to provide some stuff. We have technology to where we can do anything we want to, but motherfuckers use it to oppress people.
yes, but
It's
the
just
whole
hilarious.
basis of all money is built off of the value that we as people assign to it.
I know.
It's not built off of gold or how much diamonds. Like, look at Bitcoin. It's based on nothing but, people have decided that this is now worth a thing. The demand goes up, so its inherent value goes up. The same is true of all currency. So, I'm pulling this up. So, according to whatever Google, that there is apparently $90.4 trillion in the world.
Damn.
There are, 7 billion people? Let's just round that. So that's, 0.007 trillion, right?
Huh? Billion.
True.
No.
0.00, he said.
Oh.
So if that's all the money, go ahead. I think so, right? Well, I'll just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
9,400 billion, million, thousand. Why are you stopping me from putting in more zeros? It's like you're trying to figure out some fucking shit. We're not going to let you.
The Illuminati man.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
self-smarted, basically, by myself.
Oh boy.
That shit just kills me, man. People going crazy because of this, man. Because they see that there could be a much better way, but they see they just getting fucked over for no reason, no fault of their own. What's up?
So if my math is right, and it probably isn't, but that means that there is about $13,000 for every person on Earth. That's it.
Per year?
No, period. Like if that's the amount of money in circulation is 90.4 trillion, it's about $13,000 per person
So if we split
forever.
if we split it up equally, that's what we'd have.
Correct.
Yeah, but it's only because someone determined that money is more important than resources.
Well, I mean, you need something to barter with it.
We don't. Why?
That's what I'm saying.
Why
You
do we
could
need
just-
to barter with money.
You could just barter with services like they used to.
Well, that's communism.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you motherfucking white people in these goddamn terms. Just barter.
Well, yes, no, I'm all in on that idea. I think that's a great idea. I actually do. You can barter with labor, which is not a resource really, but you could be like, hey,
I mean,
wanna
it
eat a
is a
nice-
resource depending on what you do. You know what I'm saying? But you can do it like, I mean, it's so much shit we can do. And I know this is just wishful thinking. This is fairy tale type
Yeah,
shit.
this is some
But
utopian
it's-
shit.
But it's possible. That's the thing. It is possible if motherfuckers just said, all right, okay, this shit ain't, everything is fucked up. But, you know what I'm saying? The thing about it is that it's benefiting too many people. So it ain't going to stop. It's like I say, that's why you got class systems. Because somebody has to be comfortable enough to say, I don't give a fuck.
do you think only people at the top with what I would like to call fuck you money are comfortable, like at ease with
No, that's what I'm
themselves?
saying. Is it comes down like if you a doctor and you got a nice house, you're comfortable. If you make a couple $100,000 a year, you're comfortable. And even as it goes down, if you a supervisor, you make $80,000 a year. That's comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You as you go down, it gets worse as you go down, and then people at the bottom are like, what the fuck is going on? But then you got people up here like, well, I'm cool. What are you talking about?
Legit. Like, I can't argue any of that.
All right, fair enough. I don't know how we got there from ganging you a porn actress, but we did.
We got to talk about Trump. This is
No, we
just-
don't have to talk about Trump. Let's move on. Woman who gouged out her eyes reveals why she did it. Says, life is more beautiful now.
Yeah, because she can't see shit, so she's all happy.
Can we just call bitches crazy when they do crazy shit?
I'm going to say that
Yeah.
she was ugly and she couldn't break all the mirrors in the world.
It's crazy. Joe, people are losing their mind. People are losing their ability. We all got crazy ass thoughts about dumb shit. We probably said to ourselves, man, I should just gouge my fucking eyes out. I'm tired of looking at this shit. But you're not gonna do it. This motherfucker did it.
So if you had to remove one of your senses, which one would it be? Like, okay, sense of
Smell.
touch. You'd get rid of sense of smell?
I don't need it to drive.
No, sense of smell plays into some other shit.
It keeps you alive, probably more than anything else.
Uh,
I think.
Dude, I've had allergies my whole life.
But
I
then-
smell maybe 10% of what normal people smell, like since I was 7.
Okay, fair enough.
So it wouldn't be a huge loss.
I would say
Right.
fuck
Yeah.
Like, who
sense
gives
of
a
taste.
fuck?
I guess
That's basically the same thing, though, right?
Huh?
Smell and taste are kind
So
of.
which one would you never get rid of?
Ooh,
sight.
yeah,
I'd sooner get rid of sight than hearing,
yeah,
because
yeah,
so much communication is
yeah.
audible.
So you rather be blind and deaf?
Correct. I'd rather be blind than deaf.
Nah, I'd rather be deaf, Joe.
But then nobody could listen to our show, asshole.
Joe, I was driving.
Closed
Lyft.
captions, man. Closed captions.
Someone will subtitle
You
this
want to
shit.
sit there and type out the closed captioning to this? Go fuck yourself.
I was driving Lyft, and apparently there's a big deaf community out here in
Yeah.
Colorado, and it was these 3 young, fine ass deaf women.
Yeah.
I mean, fine to the motherfucker, man. And they in the back of this, back of the car. And I thought they were like from a different country. 'Cause I thought they had accents. And so I was like, "Where's your accent from? Where's your accent from?" She's like, "What you're talking about?" I was like, "Oh, never mind." I was like, "Damn, my bad." She was fine. I was like, "I'm gonna get this fine deaf bitch."
So you guys would all get rid of, like, the one you would never get rid of is sight?
Nah, I like to see ass bounce up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I like to
couldn't
feel
give up
ass
music.
more than I like to look at
You like
it.
to hear it,
Feel it.
feel it? I mean,
Like-
yeah, but I want to see it though, man. I want
Oh.
to see it. I want to
And
see
you
it.
never want to be able to hear a girl fucking screaming in ecstasy again when.
I'd rather see it.
I'd
rather see it.
I'd rather hear it. I'm audible.
rather see it.
I'm audible to the bone.
Let me see if I can find this because I came across a website not long ago. I know that at one point,
Jesus.
This reminds me of a Patrice O'Neal joke where he's like, "Would you fuck a bitch without a nose?"
So one of the things that we talked about a while back was like 8-track porn, which I did back in the day. I
Yeah,
went
well,
looking down, but there's like a
Audio porn. Jesus Christ.
no. There's one where it's literally just like
A boot stuck in mud, but only wetter. Just that for like 90
Yeah,
minutes.
it's literally just the sounds of like, and it's. Where did the term "fap" come from? Can I just
I think it's
ask
from the
that?
sound. that
Again,
make
you
when
see,
fuck it
you
up.
need your fucking ears. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the word "fap."
Yeah, because that's so important. Get the fuck out of here.
Audio-only porn will give you a brain orgasm. Yeah, this is the site I found. What the fuck is it? This one that they're referencing, because it's like, yeah,
Shall I say
Tumblr
click on the
blog
link?
audio porn.
I'm on it. Oh, my audio.
Tumblr, yeah, my favorite website in the world.
Tumblr's a wild
so
ride,
sick,
man. You
Joe,
can get anything on Tumblr.
I
Anything you
seen
want.
a video on Tumblr with this girl. Her tongue was so long, she wrapped it around a dude's dick and jerked him off.
She what? Now
like a
wait,
fucking
what?
iguana.
She took her tongue, wrapped it around this dude's dick, and jerked him off. I was
What the
like,
fuck kind of whack ass tongue did she have?
Joe, her shit was so long. I want me a long tongue girl, man. God damn it.
That would be.
For real, Joe. I just want one, just to see how it is. This is one porn star, man. She like a lizard, boy. She be licking like all the niggas. I'm like, that shit's so sexy. I'm pricked though, man.
Sorry, making a account in real time here.
Yeah. Get it, killer.
I would give you mine, but I don't want y'all to know how much of a sick pervert I really am. You can check my porn sites. I don't give a fuck about that. But
No, it's-
Tumblr, you
can
can't
I?
go on Tumblr.
Like, since you bring that up, have you actually done any hands-on research with pocket pussies?
No.
All right, I have to honestly and strongly suggest the Fleshlight Go as a great entry-level benchmark.
Go. What is it for when you on the move?
I travel with it.
I mean, it's a pocket pussy. The whole purpose is taking it with you. Why does it have to be one that's on the go?
Yeah, it'd be nice if there's.
Is it lighter?
Oh, there's some that are like a little beefier and like mount to the wall and shit.
Oh no, yeah, you can get like an attachment so that you can stick it to the side of the shower
Yeah, I've
wall.
seen like I've seen the videos where the girls had the dildos on the wall and they be like in the shower fucking themselves.
You can
and
get a heater for it, so you can put on like those things that dry like snow boots.
Joe, this
You,
shit's
like you put that
ridiculous,
shit so it's nice and warm when you.
What the fuck?
I do
I
not have
will
that.
say this: the older I get, the better jerking off feels. Like it does. Like when I come, it's like
Really?
a hard come now.
Right? It's magic. It's like the one thing I never gave up on. It just gets better with time.
Well, is it just because you're getting better at it?
I mean, how good can you get at it?
I don't know. Like
one motion.
you never
Two.
tried something new. You never.
Two.
Yeah, a little twist and the right.
I mean, yeah, you look. If you twist, it's actually good for you. It's actually good for you.
Do the twist.
It's good for you. Like what? Increases vitamin D or what?
And do the
No,
twist.
It increases circulation in your penis. It does. Look it up. Look it up. It
I
does.
love
It-
how
from-
big
from-
his eyes
from,
got.
From the base up, if you twist and go up.
Wait. I don't even know how to phrase that into Google. Does twist?
I'm telling you, man.
Does twit?
I don't even know how I read that, but I read somewhere they said like if you twist from the bottom up, like
On Tumblr.
yeah, probably so.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just gonna. New ways to masturbate. Men's health. Sweet.
Good old men's health.
Masturbation techniques every man should try. 5 new ways to masturbate for greater pleasure.
5.
Penis problems. Bending and twisting of penis. Ugh.
That might be it right there.
The next one down.
No, the one you just absolute
EmbarrassingProblems.com.
straight penis as usual.
Holy fuck, there's a website called embarrassingproblems.com. And
Ooh.
done.
Yeah, mental check now, right there. Bam.
Embarrassingproblems.com. Oh yeah,
Peyronie's disease.
a condition called Peyronie's disease in which penis becomes crooked when it is erect. Occasionally develops in men. This can make sexual intercourse difficult, if not impossible. The condition is named after Dr. Francis. What? Gigot. De la. What the? This fucking.
Guijo
foreign-ass
de
piece
la
of shit.
Mayonnaise.
I thought I was done with the name. This fucking 5-0 goddamn names.
de la Perroni, physician to King Louis XV of France.
Okay, trust what that motherfucker said, man. He didn't know
He-
shit back then.
He wrote about it in 1743. Which,
'Cause
so
the-
basically, King Louis XV had a crooked penis.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's probably been around for much longer. Sculptures dating to the 6th century BC depicted angulated erect penises. It is estimated that 3 to 9 in every 100 men has Peyronie's disease.
Peyronie.
Jesus.
Peyronie.
Will it get better? This is, oh my God. This is, okay, new bit next week.
Yep.
Get ready.
Yeah, yeah. Go on.
So, when it was like the early 2000s, like 2001, 2002, I'm a legal courier, and I'm in the elevator at the Wells Fargo building at 17th and Lincoln.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, and I'm going all the way up to the top, and these two receptionists are just yammering back and forth. One of them goes, "So my boyfriend's penis is crooked, and then whenever we have sex, the left side of my vagina hurts." And I laughed like audibly right there on the spot because it's funny to hear in an elevator. From
Yeah.
like,
Couldn't she just turn herself 90 degrees? Because then it would just be banging against the G spot, right? On the front wall.
I don't think she thought like that. Like I appreciate where your head's at, but she was like
I thought
20.
girls like curved penises.
Kurt, yeah.
Up and down, like up and down, because it's a
No,
180
like
turn.
The turn, the motherfucking.
Why?
I don't know shit.
So you can punch her in the left
I've heard
ovaries?
girls like that shit. I guess maybe it depends on where her spot is. There, if it's her spot is off to the right,
I would fucking kill for a girl to be listening right now that could text in.
Right, just give us some input.
That's what we do,
Help.
man. I'm gonna put it on Facebook.
Your longest held dream of tasting wine from inside a butthole has been realized.
And it's in
Fucking Christ.
New Hampshire, right?
No, I think it's in Europe somewhere.
No, it's somewhere in America.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, is that any worse than going to a bachelor party and watching your friends drink Bush beer?
yeah, that's a good point. Boosh. Yeah, this is it. That's it right there. Yeah, you're literally inside of. Yeah, it's the weirdest fucking thing ever.
Oh, so you're in a building that looks like a colon.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you go in through the, well, there is a door, clearly.
And
As in-
like that looks pretty solid, man. I don't think you climb through the bubble.
As in
Then what's
most
the
colons,
point?
there's a door.
Like, I don't feel like in an arsehole. Where is it? Verbeek Foundation Sculpture Park, wherever the fuck that is.
I have no idea. It's in a giant anus. I drink wine in a giant anus.
Should be out of
It
a
was
giant
it was
anus.
this rapper that just released his news and shit, or his news got leaked, and he got like a curved dick. This motherfucker lay on this goddamn it.
Really?
His legs. His name is Sapphire, some shit like that. He was Nicki Minaj's like boyfriend before she blew up.
And he got a curved dong. Was that the point?
Does
of
he
this?
rap about it, or did just somebody
So,
blew him up?
somebody leaked him. I think he did him himself. He did it himself.
Yeah.
He had a big ass dick though, and it was curved like a motherfucker, and all the girls was going crazy over it.
Yeah, good for him.
Oh, they just like it because it's big.
But they was
Big
like,
old
oh, it
wada
got a
doodle.
curve in it too. Like it was okay.
The fuck is this?
I just need to know where it is.
Yeah. I don't.
This
Why do you want to go?
fuck yeah, I'll go live inside an asshole for a while. I just don't know where
I
it is.
feel like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, it's called the Casanus Hotel. It's in Belgium.
Oh, okay. For some, I don't know why I thought it was in New Hampshire. I don't know. I saw something else today that must have been that.
Anus House.
Look at this bullshit. What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
It's art, man.
It got like little bumps on the asshole where it go in there. Look at this shit. You see it?
Like little hemorrhoids.
imperfections.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, do you think it was built up of like a blow up of the artist's actual anus? I mean,
I mean, he had to base it on someone's anus.
right? And this is if that's it, it's pretty loose. Like that
Well, I
hole
mean-
in the middle, like is not tight. I don't feel
Yeah,
like he
but
could
to
hold
see
in a
all of
diarrhea.
this, I feel like someone gave him an anus. Like, here you go, man. I got this off a cadaver. I need it back in an hour. Go ahead and sketch something up.
Take your notes that you got to take, and bam.
People are crazy, man. Well,
Yeah.
they got like the dick park somewhere.
Oh, that's a
Oh, in
that's a
Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the dick park, so shit, might as well get an ass park too, an asshole park.
Well, but the dick park is. It's not about tasting wine inside of a dick. It's
I'm pretty sure you can get some wine. I'm pretty sure it's a dick fountain. You can get some water. You gonna have a dick park and no dick fountain? Come on now.
got to drink out of a dick.
Yeah.
It's like just the worst bachelorette party ever. It never ends. But you have to do an hour every other hour.
Bakery released vulva
seen this
cupcakes
shit.
with a lickable icing, of course.
Oh, fuck.
What kind of icing isn't lickable? That's the dumbest shit ever. It's like we're gonna frost this, but like
Whoever wrote that article was just trying to be clever.
Yeah, just to be like,
white
well,
Relatable
people,
lifestyle.
they're not fucking clever. They're all fucking retarded.
Somebody put it on Pinterest.
of course they did.
Yeah, I seen them. I was on Facebook. They look cute.
Oh,
but
Pinterest.
all pussies are ugly, so it don't matter. Look at this.
Whoa, pussies
Yeah.
are not ugly.
Pussies are ugly, dog.
Oh man,
What?
Pussies are ugly.
they're very nice.
What are you? What?
Huge fan.
Pussies are ugly. You a huge fan of fucking pussy. You ain't a huge fan of just looking at pussy.
Oh hell yeah, I
No,
am.
I am.
I love a pussy. Smelly pussy, green pussy, meaty pussy.
If you find a cheaper pussy, fuck it. Yeah, that's yeah.
How many people do you think are gonna try and stick a dick in that?
Oh, a bunch. There's probably people who buy them just to do that. Just take them home. Don't get me wrong. When they're ugly, oh boy, they ugly. When they're not, they're not. They
Like, do these?
Oh, I
look,
feel
these look
like-
nice to you? These look good. Like,
Fuck
pussy
yeah.
look like,
I got like 3/4 going right now
Yeah.
on a cupcake. Seriously. So when you look at a naked female, if you had to choose one body part to look at, which one gets the best reaction from your dick?
ass. Why you got to ask me this?
So do you participate in a lot of anal sex?
If she'll let me, yes.
But so you're saying that just the shape of an ass, not
Yeah.
the asshole,
Asshole too. I love a beautiful asshole.
but that
It
gets
ain't
you
got no
harder
hair.
than looking at any other body part.
I like to look at the ass and pussy from the back. I mean, the pussy is just it's there hanging out, so might as well join in on the fun. But I just jerk off to your asshole if you let me. Shit. I'm a creep. I don't give a fuck. I don't even want to fuck no more. Just bend over and shut the fuck up.
Is you fapping away? She's like, "Are you gonna put it in yet?" And then it's like, "I'm done. I'm done."
Yeah, it's just bent over watching Lifetime.
So what about you, Hamill?
What?
Like tits, ass, pussy. What makes you harder looking at it? Just like looking at it from an expectation going forward.
Tits. It goes tits, pussy, but it's very close. It's like a photo finish. We're talking super close. Ass is like right there, in the third.
Fair?
I'm all about those hips into thick thighs, like with the vagina in the center. Like that is.
Oh,
that's
you
what
like
does
that
it for
that
me. Yeah.
from the front though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I enjoy it from the back very much, but like,
Like I do like when a girl is bent over from the back. Like if she got the Homer Simpson pussy, hanging
Yep.
down. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Like the clam,
I like
the
a
big-
meaty pussy.
Yeah, the big fat one.
But you don't like I get the impression that you don't like the extra lips. You want that like tight, clean, labia majora only kind of routine going on.
Nah, it just don't do nothing for me. Like I like to fuck it, I'll eat it, and then just like I'm not a motherfucker that's gonna get mesmerized by a pussy. It's just, nah.
So of these
I am.
cupcakes
I
here,
totally am.
which
Well,
one?
we know, motherfucker. What happened?
So of the 5 or 6 cupcakes that you can see there, ideal pussy layout for you.
None of those. Go back to the other one.
Really? None of those?
None of those. I mean, I'll take this one.
Racist.
I don't fuck. That's like fucking a pig. It's pink.
Oh,
Like,
fucking a pig.
I mean, they're pink on the inside.
oh yeah, on this side.
I
can't
do
see
like
it.
some sloppy lips.
Something to fucking play with, right? Like,
Yeah, man.
it's the same reason most people like big boobs. Something to play with. I like a big meaty pussy.
I got big hands too. I
I
like big
little-
boobs.
I like little titties.
Yeah.
I like handful of titties.
Yeah, but when your handful is this big,
That's cool.
like you need a bigger titty.
Ain't even gotta have a big titty. Just have a nipple for me, goddammit.
So this is probably a good time to mention my mom now watches the show. So
Hi, Jake's mom.
hi, hi,
How
mom.
big are your titties?
Hey, Jake's mom, if you could write in and tell us which of these cupcakes best describes your pussy, it would really help us going forward.
"The black
we
one?"
need.
She probably would say that too.
The blue one.
No, because I talked to her today. You know, doing the whole mom son talk thing that you got to do like once a month.
Sure.
And yeah, like I told her that I have a podcast. She's like, "Oh, what's it called?" And I told her, "I'm like, it's you people." And she's like, "I'll have to check it out." I was like, "Okay."
I think you know what? I just got a lot more respect for this idea now that I know what they're called. Cunt
Well,
cakes.
Yes, fucking.
That's fucking on point.
I'm buying stock in this company.
Oh my god.
We need to normalize the word cunt.
Damn it! Now I want a fucking cupcake. Got me fucked up.
Cunt cakes.
You
That is pretty funny. That's pretty catchy.
get a baker's dozens of cunt cakes, please.
Or when there's like, I lost the idea. Never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
There was a better thought in there.
Ooh, the voice in my head's like, I wonder if they make one with like a strawberry cream filling.
Oh, yeah.
If you put a little green on the inside, is it like a
Oh.
yeasty?
Oh.
Did they taste like vinegar?
See? I got 3 women already. Absolutely love them. Yes.
What?
Said, do women like curved dicks?
Curved vertically or laterally?
Let me fucking
Left
put
to
this in.
right
I
or
was
up
gonna
to
put it
down?
in there. I should put
ask
this in
them,
there.
No, we gotta know because most girls
Okay,
would like
yeah.
it going up because
North, south, or
their
east,
G
west?
spot is on the
Yeah.
inner upper wall, right? So
Like north, south, or east, or west, basically.
I imagine most of the girls on your Facebook feed would probably be like, well, if it's to the left, you just turn 90 degrees and then it's problem solved.
Yeah.
You just don't get to do doggy or missionary.
The one,
Oh, well, that sucks.
all the black women like it. The one white woman said no so far. So we'll see. Maybe it's a cultural thing.
All right, this I put in there just to anger everybody.
Duh.
Mother's Day cards go gender neutral.
These motherfuckers are out of control, man. It's fucking Looney Tunes,
Fucking-
man.
God damn it. I mean,
Oh my god.
I want to know what a gender neutral Mother's
Hey.
Day card looks like.
hey, person who gives me birth,
But it doesn't even matter because even if you're in a gay couple with 2 dudes, you both just fathers. Nobody's a mother.
then you don't get to participate in Mother's Day then. It's like if there's 2 lesbians and they get double the Mother's Day.
I think just in
no
general
Father's
to be
Day.
called a mother, you should at least have the capability of having a child come out of you.
Yes.
So I just want it. 2 mums are better than 1. No, okay.
Yeah.
You day. You
Day.
day.
What's you
Fuck.
day?
Isn't that sounds like a fucking like some dude from Jamaica who fucking sells you pot through the fucking internet. That's his first name.
Oh, that's the card? You?
I'm trying to find.
White Rose, renames Mother's Day is You Day.
Oh, gross, man.
Happy You Day.
Oh, fucking.
You know what? I'm gonna buy a bunch of those and give them out to random black people on MLK next year.
Ah! We can make him our gift. Like we can send him out.
Shit.
You, happy You People Day. Again.
I'm gonna get that in the book somehow. You People Day.
Every day is you people day.
Yeah. Bring it on.
To make them more transgender inclusive, but I don't understand that because if you're transgender,
You're
you're
one-
implying that you are still in the binary universe, right? That you're one or the other,
Yeah.
even though you may be, chromosomatically male. You decided that you're female. Fine.
I like that gay ass word you threw in there.
Chromosomatically.
Chromosomatically,
Chromosomatically. He had to slow down to say it.
I had to think about how that would, if that's a word, and if it isn't, how to make it sound like one.
Oh, you can just make up anything these days, so it's a word now.
No, fuck this. I'm pissed off. Like,
This is dumb.
why you got to take away Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Cause
Like, you can celebrate being trans every day of the year, but like, if you're not a mom, why you got to fuck with someone else's Mother's Day?
And anybody that wasn't born in a lab
Yeah.
has a mom. I'm
Right?
sorry, you do. You
Even
came
if-
out of a woman.
even if you were born in a lab, you got some DNA from a woman from somewhere.
Yeah, but okay, fine. But if you can say that being birthed happens from coming out of a person, right? A standard human birth. I don't think we've quite figured out like how to make that gender neutral. Then you have a mom.
Yeah.
Everybody in this room has a mom. Everybody
Yeah.
listening now or in the
Someone
future
gave
has
birth.
a mother.
Yeah, they gave birth to you.
See, here we go, James. You're making sense again. It doesn't make sense. Stop trying to make sense out of it. It does not make sense. This is why you.
They call it in this the M word. Are you fucking for real right now? The M word? The fuck is this? You know what I blame for this shit? Fucking midgets. Because midgets tried to fucking jump on the whole N-word thing and be like, you can't call us the N-word. No, I can because you're 3 feet tall and I can fucking throw you out a goddamn window.
I ain't gonna blame midgets, man. You can't blame midgets.
No, midgets started this shit.
Is this in Europe? That's in euros.
That's
Yeah. Here's the thing. I have no problem with it, like, on a certain level. Like, if you choose to do this as an individual and you keep it to yourself or like your little pocket of people, that's fine. But like, if I say, "Hey, Happy Mother's Day," and some asshole goes, "Actually, it's fucking," I'm like, then fuck you. Time to destroy you.
This is the thing, though.
This
It's
is
not
bullshit.
even. It's not even. Okay, you do it for yourself, and you think, okay, maybe there's other people out here that feel the way I feel. So you start a business and you do that. That's fine. But what they try to do is they try to change society around their thoughts of what this is. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to change other people's perception, and they're trying to outlaw shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's when I have a problem. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a shit as long as you don't impede on other people's shit. But this is when you take it to where you like, oh, we can't. Like the one I seen this one little article. Well, not article. It was a news show with a girl saying like, the word man should be taken out of everything, like mankind.
Yeah, we covered this in like, well, when did PCU come out? The Womanists?
Yeah.
Like, we covered this in a David Spade movie in 1996.
Excuse me, Jeremy Piven movie. The best part of that movie is when they chucked like the fucking like 80 pounds of meatballs onto the vegans. The very beginning of the movie.
And I don't even think, did they call them vegans then, or were they just vegetarians? Because I don't even think vegans technically existed when that movie came.
Yeah, they didn't have a label.
And to be honest, it was more about it's a Busey's son vehicle.
Yeah.
What was his name? Gary Busey's son, who was the stoner.
Oh,
That's whose movie it was.
Bobby Busey.
Yeah. And what's his face on it? Who's the fucking guy who directed all the like he directed Rudy and he was in Swingers. Like he was Favreau. Yeah, Favreau was in it. Best part in the movie is when he's all fucked up on drugs and he's in the fucking like the pharmacy and this old lady asked him, "Can you show me where the
Can you blow me where the Pampers is?"
Is what he keeps on thinking that she's saying, and he's just like, "What?"
It's because he was high as fucking got high with the Busey son and was like sleeping on the sidewalk, and some old lady said, "Can you blow me where the Pampers is?" And he was like,
"Yeah." It's a great movie.
We've deviated.
Very, very, very underrated. I
don't
like it.
know any celebrities' names. Like movies, I don't know directors. People be blowing my mind when they be like, "Oh, Scorsese direct." I'm like, what? How do you even know that? Why do you know that? Who gives a fuck? I ain't into that shit like that.
Like I would go to say PCU is more culturally I can't fucking talk today. Culturally relevant versus Animal House. Animal House is more fun, and it's more fun to watch. But PCU, I think, hits more on the head than anything.
I've never even seen PCU.
It's good.
Have you ever seen Animal House?
Yeah,
it's good.
No,
really.
Animal
You've
House?
Seen Animal House?
I've seen Animal House. I've never seen
Jesus.
PCU.
Yeah, PCU is amazing. I love that movie. Richard Pryor.
I kind of want to watch this.
What is it?
Oh, it was bad. Don't even. I listened to it. This motherfucker, because I think he fucked himself up. He went up there. He tried to do Trump jokes right up front.
Ugh.
So,
And-
before you continue, Richard Pryor's son also in comedy went on Live at the Apollo.
Yeah.
He's just, people expect him to be good, and he's
no.
not. And he went out there and he said he's Richard Pryor, and I don't know if he just talks like that normal, but he almost sounds identical to him, and I think he like plays it off. He really amps it up, and they started booing him. It's the Apollo, these niggas, and they ready to boo you. And he was like, have some respect, I guess, for him because he.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, that was. They just got loud. I'm like,
well, they should have. If that's the case, if he's using that, like, show some respect. Fuck you, dick. Make it on your own, fucking asshole. The fuck's the matter with you?
but you could just tell from his cadence and his jokes that he not ready to be where they're trying to put him at. He just got on that show because he's Richard Pryor's son.
Yeah, which is fucking the worst thing. In everything in life, I hate when you just see some random asshole son who used to do it. You're like, I could do it too. It's like Bill Burr's joke about Giselle. It's like
I watched this. This was terrible as fuck.
it's like if what's the fucking joke that Bill Burr makes? It's like if like Tom Brady like retired and then all of a sudden Giselle gets signed by the fucking Rams because she happened to be married. to fucking Tom Brady. So then she must know how to throw a football. You know, it's that whole mentality. It's like just because you follow in that lineage doesn't mean you're going to be good at it. You know, he might be a hell of a doctor. He might be a hell of a something else, but he's not a fucking comedian.
I would if my father did something and he was touted as the greatest of all time, I wouldn't do it.
But that's an interesting thing is, at least in the U.S. and in a large portion of the world, the trajectory is that you follow in your parents' footsteps. Like your parents started a business or your grandparents started a business. Hell, the Ford Corporation was like, what, 4 generations of Fords?
Well, that's as far as business-wise. You don't teach business. I mean, you teach business, but you can learn business. Comedy is something you just got to have something innately there to build upon.
But actors do it all the time.
Yeah, well,
acting it's different.
It's different.
I understand. You know what I'm saying? I can't really explain it, but it's different.
I absolutely do understand, but it's like one of the only professions that you don't see a lineage trajectory.
well,
I mean,
sports kind of.
You look at The Rocks.
You see it in sports it's just because that's what they're like exposed to, but comedy, let's just say writing in general is such a unique and
you can
personal.
You can teach comedy. You can teach comedy because there's laughter triggers, that you can surprise and repetition, all this shit. You can learn how to write comedy, but you still can tell when a person is just a writer of comedy and the person that does comedy. Like there's a difference. And a lot of those the guys you see like on the Tonight Show, they're writers that's doing comedy. Then you have comedians that do comedy. Is the difference.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah. There's performers and there's writers.
But you have a lot of performers that claim to be writers, but they buy jokes all the time.
Yeah.
That's fine. As long as they're buying them, someone's getting credit for it. I don't have a problem with it. It's when they just flat out steal it.
It's like this, though. But this is the thing.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain level, dude, like if you at a Kevin Hart, Chris Rock level, where you getting pulled in 1,000 different directions, I can see that then. But you have to make it up to that level. You got to get to the level to where you can buy jokes from another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
So how would you guys, as me being the only non-comic in the room, how would you feel about the idea of a cover comic?
Duh.
Oh, what?
A cover comic, like
You
a
have-
I've
cover
seen
band.
it. I've seen it, and it
I've
is
seen it.
fucking tragic.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
I've
There
never.
was a
I've
dude
seen
that used to open mic out here. That he came out dressed like Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
I've seen 'em.
Had
Well,
all
that's
the
a tribute
mannerisms down.
comic.
What's the difference between a tribute
Okay, so
and
a
cover?
tribute and a cover comic, there is a big difference if you equate this to bands. A tribute band is one that's like takes on the entire persona of the band that they're covering. They have them for hell. The new lead singer for Journey came from a Journey tribute band, just because he had the whole. But they do the whole outfit. They commit to it. Cover band is somebody who comes up there and does like a Led Zeppelin song to start, follows that up with some Def Leppard.
That's fucking hack bullshit.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Don't get me
You
wrong, like,
wouldn't be okay with that, dude.
Nah,
That's
no.
how half bands
Not
get their
as-
start.
not as an artist,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Not,
I
Not-
don't give a
not
fuck what
comedy.
bands do,
Nah,
but not
it's- yeah.
comics.
but like if
Because music is music. You know what I'm saying? Like I did a show at Jazzy Jacks last night, and you got people up there, and typically what they do is they'll start out with covers first to get people. Oh, I know what this is, and then they'll do their own stuff at the end. You
Yep.
can't do that in comedy because
Why not?
It's just a perception of it, man.
Because comics won't support it.
Huh?
Because comics won't support it.
Well, they shouldn't though. Because
but it-
you gotta understand, and also you gotta look at like songs. Songs get copyrighted. Jokes don't.
yeah.
They do
So,
as soon as they're
what
recorded.
if I write a whole bunch of shit, somebody becomes a cover of me, and they make $1 bazillion, and I ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, technically, they would have to pay you out for that. If,
Well, I mean,
if-
it would have to be a copyright thing. then,
there
maybe.
it is.
You
As
know?
soon as
But the thing
anything
about-
you say is
but
recorded.
the thing about you can't copyright jokes because it's premises, and you can have a premise that's really similar. And where do you cut the line off to where you like, oh well, you can't do this premise anymore because it's copyrighted?
And
As
there's also
soon as-
there's also a thing of like parallel thinking too, where that can't happen.
Yeah, but as soon as anything is recorded, committed to media, it is copyrighted by law. The law, like this show right now, is copyrighted as the words are coming out of our mouths.
Yeah, it's just different, man. You can't pull that one.
No, but why?
Huh?
It's because why? Because it like so. Say I heard you do a great bit. Okay, now this is small scale. I'm like, fuck, I could fucking do a killer version of that bit. So I went to a different club and just threw that up there.
Then you're a joke thief.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's still a joke.
But
you're saying if I present myself as a cover of this person, then it shouldn't be.
or if I say cover comic,
Nah,
you
that's-
know that they're not my jokes.
nah, That's nice.
Yeah, but the person that wrote those jokes doesn't get credit for it. Like if someone covers a song, people know that song. They know who originally did it. They understand that it's a cover.
Yeah, okay, so in a broader sense, like say I walked in as say I'm a cover comic and I walk into a place and say I have some of my own jokes to go into your point. And I walked in and I opened up with some Carlin bit. Okay? I just crush a Carlin bit.
Which
I've got it. Like
I've seen it before.
let's
Go ahead.
just I do it verbatim, but I do it with my own little, whatever, stage presence.
Yeah.
Just to lead in. In live closed premises, yeah, Carlin or his estate will never see a dime of that. But if I ever performed that joke on a stage with a camera or a charged attendees, yes, they do get kickbacks under standard copyright law. The problem is that words are so. How do you enforce it? I guess would be the
Yeah, that's what I'm
question.
saying.
But you can. You
It's
can
just-
absolutely enforce
It's one of those things to where in the world it's just become accepted to where if a comedian does a joke, that's his joke. No one else can do it. But say you have these people. They say whoever gets to TV first is theirs. And that's you
Yeah.
see. You hear a lot of these comics out here that are up there. They'll have assistants. They'll go to these comedy clubs and they'll write down jokes from upcoming comics, and then they'll take it back to these big name comics and they'll create jokes out of those jokes. So you're stealing from younger comics no one knows, and you're going to go to TV, and now everyone's going to be able to like that's your bit, not the person they took it from.
Also, Rogan tells a story about how way back in the early days, back when In Living Color was on on Fox, their writers would go to the Laugh Factory or like the Comedy Store or whatever, and sit in the back and watch people do their acts, and then steal the acts and then use them on the show.
Joe, literally
Which is-
all of these comedians on on social media, literally what they do is they go through old comedy stand-ups and they take bits and they make videos out of. And if you're a watcher of comedy, you see it all the time. But they tout the bit as this being original, like they wrote it, and I'm like, this is fucking Earthquake's bit. I know who the fuck this is.
Yeah.
One
Or
of the-
that's a Carlin big. I've seen that before locally, where I'm like watching a guy and I'm like, that's a fucking Carlin bit.
Well, there was one of
Yeah.
those. My girl and I, some years, this is 5-6 years ago, went to what's the thing Comedy Works does, the funny,
Final Four.
yeah, or the new
contest?
going
New-
for
new
find the
face.
new faces.
New faces.
And so we went to a couple of the preliminary rounds, south and downtown. And there was one person that has actually gotten popular. I'm not going to say his name because I can't attribute it, but we watched his whatever it was 4 or 7 minutes that he did south. And the whole time, because I am a kind of a comedy nerd, like listen to a shit ton of that stuff. The whole time I'm looking at my girl going, this sounds stupidly familiar, like verbatim. And he won that night. He won his particular round. And I'm like, this just doesn't, there's something wrong about this. And it could have been some obscure comic that, or, however you want to say obscure enough that, but I heard it, which means it had to be bigger because I'm not going city to city being like, what's the comedy like here?
Well, I've seen big comics take other big comics ideas. It may be a joke that they told that wasn't really that great, but they took it and they really expanded it. But at its core, you like, I know I know where this comes from.
Yeah.
Because it's not one of those, because it's like if you're doing a joke about apples, anybody can do a joke about apples. But there's just certain things when it's really personal to a person's life, you like, that's that person's bit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not a generalized thing that anybody can come across.
But it seems to me that you guys have a law in your favor that prevents this, but comics are almost required to be self-regulating
Yeah.
because it's a community got to kick you out. You do that shit in music, you do what fucking Tom Petty, or I guess his estate, rest in peace, did with Ed Sheeran. They were just like, yeah, make it a fucking $1 billion song, and then, oh yeah, by the way, you ripped me off, and here's the proof, and then I get all of the royalties from that
Like Blurred Lines.
forever.
Like
Blurred
Yeah,
Lines,
Blurred Lines.
Bittersweet Symphony.
Yeah.
They let that become the biggest hit on the fucking planet, and they were like, yep, nope, now it's mine.
Well, shit, I didn't even know. You can get, man, it blew my mind when I really started, like, listening to music. And I'm listening to music I like, and then I started listening to, like, I started going back to the 70s, the 60s, and 50s. And I'm like, hold on. Lauryn Hill made the song. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, damn, these are fucking remakes.
I think the fucking creepiest moment in my entire life was I had to be like maybe 15 when Killing Me Soft, Lauryn Hill and Wyclef did Killing Me Softly. and we're like, I'm in the car with my parents, and they start singing along to it, and you're like, what's going on here? And they were just like, I'm like, wait a second, and they were like, well, Roberta Flack, and you're like,
Yeah.
Roberta who? And then I learned that, but it's like every time I come across like the source material for like Ain't Nothing But a G Thing,
Yeah.
when you hear where the loop came from, you're like, oh shit.
I keep forgetting. Yeah, that's my shit. But a lot of songs.
There's like a Michael McDonald song that was used by Warren G.
yeah, that I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. I'm in love and it. That's that song. Do 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 do.
Because
The Warren G. Yeah, that's my
Wait,
shit.
what? Which?
Look up
their big hit. It was like their big hit. Is
Warren G.
Yeah.
Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, and then you look up Michael McDonald's. I keep forgetting. It's the
Yeah.
beat from that.
It's a there's
Ain't
this-
Nothing But a G Thing was a Dr. Dre song.
Oh yeah, Dr. Dre.
Um,
But
I know.
it's one.
Oh, it's for regulators.
yeah, regular. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, regulators. My bad. Warren G. Yeah, Warren G.
Yeah.
This is a mix up, ain't it?
Yeah.
And it's not edited well.
Yeah, they put the whistle in there.
I don't
Oh
want
yeah,
the.
it's a mashup.
No, but there's this really funny these funny videos called Yacht Rock.
Oh Jesus!
Have you seen those?
Yacht rock is the worst. But
No,
yes.
not the music genre. I'm talking the comedy thing is called Yacht Rock, and it's like
What is yacht rock?
it's like Michael McDonald shit like that kind of music.
Right?
And it's
Oh, you mean Blue Eyed Soul?
No, it was an
Yeah.
entire genre.
yeah,
Like Michael
but they're goofs though. They're total goofs as far as like
Oh, so they're just spoofing shit.
yeah. There's one where Kenny Loggins sees Messina from Loggins and Messina like in a dumpster being like, so how's your life going? He's like, man, fuck you, bro. It's like shit like that, you know. And then like Michael McDonald makes a bet with I can't remember who the fuck it was, being like, I bet you I get a #1 hit before you do. And that Regulate song came out, so Michael McDonald ended up winning the bet for $5 because it's technically he's there. It's his beat. And it's just it's just they're super funny videos. It's not like the music. It's not like I'm sitting there listening to fucking Steely Dan. I mean, I like Steely Dan a little bit, but no,
It's like it's not like I'm listening to shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like it a little bit.
a couple songs. Come on now.
It's like Jimmy Buffett stuff.
Oh, I wouldn't go Jimmy Buffett. He's more like
That's yacht rock.
is Jimmy Buffett considered yacht rock?
I think so.
Okay, okay.
That's
I love Mike McDonald, my dude.
really.
I like all Blue Eyed Soul. Them, him, the Bee Gees, Hall & Oates,
Hall & Oates
Average
is my
White
shit.
Band.
So you are a yacht rock fan,
That's yacht rock.
basically.
Well, that's Blue Eyed Soul. That's what we call it. I never heard
What?
that.
I've never heard that term. Blue-eyed soul.
Look at the turn. It's gonna pop up. Watch.
Blue-eyed
See,
soul.
Hall & Oates,
No.
Robin Thicke.
Wrong.
All
Yeah.
it's pretty much white people that sound like black people. That's pretty much.
Wow, Blue-eyed soul, also known as white soul, is rhythm and blues and soul music performed by white artists. The term was coined in the 60s to describe white artists who performed soul and R&B that was similar to the music of Motown and Stax record labels. Though many rhythm and blues radio stations in that period would play music only by black musicians, some began to play music by white acts considered to have soul feeling, and their music was then described as blue-eyed soul. Get the fuck out of here.
You ain't never heard of shit.
I am getting that tattooed on me. So, who was the first blue-eyed? God, so you're a fan of Blue-Eyed Soul?
Yeah, I fuck with all of them, man. Hall & Oates, Michael McDonald, Average White Band. Who's a couple of these motherfuckers? Who did I say? Who's some of the bands? I can't think now.
What are some of the other beers we
Steve
got?
Winwood. That's another one.
George Woods, Righteous
George Wood.
Brothers.
Soul Train, the show. Oh, Boss Gaz. I can't even say it.
Boss Skaggs,
Thank you.
Dusty Springfield,
Dusty Spirit.
Eric Burden, Tom Jones. Tom Jones, Blue-Eyed
Tom
Soul.
Jones.
It's not unusual.
Yeah, that's niggas like that song. It's not on you. I think because of Carlton, but
Right, and his dance.
yeah, it's not unusual.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Bobby Caldwell, the motherfucker that nobody knew he was black until just like a couple weeks ago. nobody knew he was white until a couple weeks ago. Everybody swore he was. This shit was a fucking controversy in the black community, right?
Wait, I don't know if I know who Bobby Caldwell.
He's the one that makes god damn it. He got one hit song really. Yeah, What You Want to Do for Love. That
I
one.
have no idea what this is.
What? That's
I don't.
jam.
I would not by name.
It's on CBS News.
Yeah, of
He
course.
is indeed white.
Yeah,
thank
he's
you. Thank
definitely
you, thank you.
white. If he's on CBS.
Nah, they just got him on there performing. Go back.
Yeah.
Go that one. That's the video right there.
So he is white, correct?
Yeah, white man, motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Come on. Who doesn't know this song?
We know the song, but I knew he was white because I listened to Blue Eyed Soul, but the mass majority of black people did not know he was white. I told my mama this shit. She like, I'm too old for this. Fuck that. I'm like, all right. He's a black man then. How do we even get down that?
I have no idea, but I love it.
How
It's
do we
my
get over there?
favorite game. Is like, oh, and then we go back and be like, that's where we started. We started
could s-
with
yeah.
gender neutral Mother's Day cards.
The fucking headline could read, "Hey, fucking Toyota's coming out with a new Prius," and then 5 minutes later, man, the Federal Reserve is fucked.
Federal Reserve is doing pretty well. We fucked. Come on, let's go. First conviction under sex.
First conviction under sexism law for Belgian who insulted officer. I'm gonna walk away.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, explain this to me. Explain the law.
I don't know much about the law. I could. I figured You want to know about the law?
Yes.
This is
Every time I see Arnold Schwarzenegger, I giggle, man.
I'm coming day and night.
that one.
I mean, dead night.
So-
so really good.
Sexism in the public space.
Fucking Jesus Christ!
All right, I'm going to
I hope someone
let you
invade-
have fun with this because
I-
I got to step away.
I really
for
hope
a
someone
moment.
invades Belgium like right now, so they could have some real fucking problems besides this horse shit.
As long as we get the beer out first.
Yeah.
So this is a thing where someone got like in legitimate criminal trouble for being sexist.
Oh, let's just read it.
Fuck you. You read it.
I don't want to read it.
For the first time, a Belgian criminal court has convicted a man of sexism in the public space for verbally abusing a female police officer who tried to question him after he was seen jaw-jacking.
Jaywalking.
Or jaywalking. I said jaw-jacking. What the fuck am I thinking about? The man whose name was not disclosed was convicted of sexism, slander, and threatening a police officer and fined 3,000 euros or $3,725 in American money. He did not appear in court. He can appeal the conviction, but failure to pay the fine could land him in prison, officials say.
Yep.
Shut your mouth. I don't talk to women. Being a police officer is not a job for women.
Wow.
That's okay. So that's what he said. That's it.
Yeah.
Fucking what? Like, listen, is that an asshole thing to say? Yeah, I guess, but to have a guy get thrown in fucking jail for that shit? Come on, man. The fuck is this shit?
But I mean, if you really, I mean, you know,
Yeah, but that is
I don't
such
wanna-
a
I
slippery
don't wanna- I
slope.
don't
It
wanna-
is.
I don't want to piss everybody off, but I mean,
No, that is some bullshit.
No.
Fuck Belgium. That is
but
some
no, I mean,
gay-ass
let's
faggoty
be
bullshit.
honest. Let's be honest for a second. Let's be real honest. He kind of has a point.
Oh, no.
Because think about it. The only reason why a woman officer can arrest you is if she has a gun or you let her arrest you. Even if she has a gun. Motherfucker grab you by the back of your and tell you put your hands behind your back. No.
Yeah.
What's she going to do? If she ain't got access to a gun, what's she going to do? You have to let her arrest you.
I will say that Opie and Anthony about a decade ago disproved that theory.
What? How so?
They took a guy probably the size of a bear and had a girl be like, fine, arrest him without a gun. Put his ass fucking down. Because
Yeah.
they're trained to do that. Like, resisting arrest went down like a baby.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay. I want to see that then, goddammit.
it's possible for sure. But it's like as long as you do the fucking job and pass the requirements, pass the tests, and you can do your job. I don't care who you are, as long as you can do it. But I mean, this is like fucking that that law in Canada, that C-16 fucking law with the transgendered fucking pronouns.
What are you talking about?
In Canada,
What?
Yeah, it's a thing that Jordan Peterson's been fighting like crazy. It's an actual law where if you do not call a certain person by their certain what the pronoun that they want, you can face a fine in like a tribunal court, like a human rights court in Canada. And he has to. And
The fuck is a human rights court?
exactly. Well, it's Canada, so they have like this weird fucking like sub law or sub.
They
like,
kind of have those in America with these colleges when they do like
Yeah.
these sexual assault things. They have like these college courts and shit, and you can get convicted.
Title IX's a fucking shit show, by the way. But that's a whole other story. I mean, you basically like it's being. If you get accused of rape in that sex or that Title IX shit, you can't defend yourself. You're just guilty. It's just you're now thrown out of school. Even though even if you could prove without totally that it was fucking considered anyway. This is worse though, because you can get fined, and then Jordan Peterson made the point. He goes, "What if I don't pay the fine? Then what?" And they're like, "Well, just pay the fine then." He's like, "I don't want to. This is bullshit." You're not
I don't know who Jordan Peterson is.
He's a professor out of
Yeah.
University of Toronto. He's popular. He's a self-help kind of guy.
Canada passed a law Thursday making it illegal to use the wrong gender pronouns.
Yep.
Critics say that Canadians who do not subscribe to progressive gender theory could be accused of hate crimes,
Yep.
jailed, fined, and made to take anti-bias training.
Yep.
This is what this is why I tell people, and this is why I refuse to stop saying shit, is because this is the slippery slope you get on to where it's now they're taking shit away from you, and now they're going to persecute you. They're trying to legislate the way you think, and you can't do that. And that's what the fuck they doing now. Like, you actually passed a law saying I got to call a motherfucker this, that, and the other. Well, I can call you a shithead, a piece of shit, a bitch, or whatever else, but I gotta. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I think what's wrong here is, so reading further down this, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, says this is great news. This has passed the Senate, making it illegal to discriminate based on gender identity or expression. I am okay with making it illegal to discriminate based on gender identity or expression, just the same way I'm okay with making it illegal to discriminate based on race, etc. However, making it illegal for me to call somebody something
Yeah.
pisses me right the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I should be able to call anybody in this room whatever the fuck I want to call you, and not we can have that issue dealt with one-on-one.
You
That's what I'm
don't
saying.
have the fucking right to not be offended. You just don't. I don't know. I thought we squashed this shit in the fucking 90s, man.
It's always pops its head back up.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's just because back in it's like as time goes on, it's just these different groups keep popping up, and it's just more and more and more and more. First, it was just gay people. You know, they wanted to have their people. I mean, transgender was around, but they weren't making a big roar. Then they kind of came up. Now you got binary, you got cis males, it's too much.
Z and Zer. That's a fucking real thing. Z, Zer. I mean, I'm
And
not.
that's the thing. This what pisses me off.
No.
It's not that these people just want to do what they want to do and not be discriminated against. That's not what it is. They want to change everything around what they believe, and that's the issue I have.
I really do actually agree with you, because I feel like literally as soon as the Supreme Court said that it was okay for people to marry people in their own gender, it's like the whole transgender thing just immediately like piled onto that out of nowhere, and it's just like, whoa.
Because
This
that's
whole
now
con-
the new struggle.
Yeah, but but they piggybacked on it. It's like, oh, if you're okay with that, you got to be okay with us now. And it's like, slow right the fuck down. We didn't know you were over there in the fucking shadows.
This is my thing. This is what everybody say, like, hey, if somebody discriminates against you because you're transgender, we gonna handle that. Everything else is on you. If motherfuckers want to call you some other shit, motherfuckers call two white people. If you call him a bitch, that's offensive to you. So should we outlaw bitch? Should we outlaw him calling you a hoe or a pussy or what? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Like, where does it end at? And that's the thing. Like, since they made that case and they won it, now a regular person can say, well, I don't like to be called man. Change that.
But I also feel like the people in the transgender or non-gender binary like community really just kind of said, "Oh, the gay people did all the work for us. We're just going to sort of ride their coattails into being okay." Like they didn't have to go through that struggle. And in fact, now that they're in a world that they're feeling open enough to announce themselves, when the homosexual community specifically in this country went through this, like the whole I'm here, I'm queer, get used to it.
Yeah.
Like they had to do that for 20 fucking years. Take it on the fucking chin. No pun intended. But they had to go through some fucking fights to be normalized to the point where everybody's like, yeah, they're cool.
That's why I respect old ass gay people. Because they went through real oppression for being gay. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers that was gay back in the 50s. That was when it was still a mental illness to be gay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's back.
You work for that asshole, goddamn. You deserve it. As much assholes you can get. You heard that shit. When these new motherfuckers come out, and I'm like, Joe, it's cool to be gay now. What are you talking about?
They're like oppression, and I'm like, listen, like you were saying, like in the 50s, they were lumping us in with fucking child fucking predators and shit.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's.
But like that's my thing is like people that are wanting to be gender neutral or transgender or anything else that's come up over the last 5 or 6 years. It's like you've been hiding this whole time. Like you have to go through the be like, now I'm proud to be out and fucking take your beating to become socially normal. And then you've done your bit.
Just do what the fuck you gonna do.
Of course.
That's the thing. It's like it has to be a show to it. Just be gay. Be transgender. That's fine. If somebody do something to you, let us know. We take care of it. That's it. Stop trying to change everything to fit what you think it should be. You know, now we can't have men and women. We got to have all this other shit. We can have men and women. If you want to be anything else besides that, be that. Nobody gives a fuck. And that's the thing. When everybody stop giving a fuck, thing will go back to normal. Because that's the thing. Motherfuckers want to argue and fight over this shit. Just stop caring. Stop caring about what they saying and what they doing, all the words. And eventually they're going to be up there like, well, shit, nobody's paying attention to us now? I'll just be gay in peace.
Also, I just want to point out a very lovely fact. Canada, your prime minister is a hyper-emotional 14-year-old girl that looks like a 30-year-old man. So have fun with that. He's like Bizarro Trump. You know what I mean?
He kind of is.
He fucking sucks. Justin Trudeau is dog shit. He's such a bitch. When he told that person who was with the fucking the people kind thing, where this woman was talking about like helping the state helping her out with like prenatal care and then like in the thing she goes
prenatal care.
Yeah, no, prenatal care. She goes for all mankind, and he stops her and goes, actually no, it's people kind. No, motherfucker, it's humankind, you daffy cunt. Like that's what. He's the fucking worst, man. And when he got elected or when he was put in, there were so many of these fucking like left-leaning women that were just fucking falling all over their cunts for this guy, being like, oh, he's such a good man. Oh, he's so attractive. He fucking sucks. He is the fucking worst.
Is he the worst?
He
like,
is
I
the
get
fucking
that
worst.
He sucks.
Everything you
but
don't like about people that lean on the left, that guy embodies all of it. He fucking blows. He is shit.
So like the dude that runs the Ukraine is better than this guy?
No, but he checks off every fucking like box for douchey left wing fucking asshole who's trying to be like male feministy kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You could sense there's something wrong with this dude where he's trying too hard to be on women's side. Like, you know, he's probably like done some heinous shit back in the day. You know, he probably like fingered a girl at a party when she was drunk or something. He felt bad about it. So now we all have to suffer. You know what I mean? Fuck him. You can eat my ass.
I mean, I don't live in Canada. I don't really give a fuck what those guys do.
Hey, you're going to have to do time in there eventually.
I have a felony. They're never going to let me across the border to do comedy. Like, Canada's off limits to me, man.
Fair enough.
Well, if you got a felony, you can't leave the United States?
Canada won't accept your work visa.
Correct.
Oh, really?
Like, I can go to Europe, I can go to Mexico, I can go to South America, I can go to Asia.
Also, DWIs, too.
Canada gets cunty about misdemeanors, even DWIs. I just want to bring this up. So you guys familiar with what etymology is? It is the history of a word. So I did a little search while you guys were talking about the etymology of the word human. Now, this is interesting. So it comes directly from an old French for humane, but if you drill it down further, it comes back from PIE, which is going way back, which is Koman, which literally means earthling or earthly being, as opposed to the gods, which is Gem, which it's a hard word to pronounce. So where it comes from has nothing to do with gender.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We assign that later.
this is the thing, and what a lot of people don't understand is like our language comes from a accumulation of what Latin and Greek, different shit. And when you trace words back, like you're doing, you find out the shit you think means this means something totally different if you actually trace it back to its roots. And somewhere along the line, we got to using it in a different way, and it just kind of stuck.
There is no settled explanation of the sound changes. Compare the Hebrew Adam, which means man, from Adama, which means ground, cognate with Old Lithuanian Zmo, with his man-male person. So only in the Lithuanian is there an assigned gender, but human actually comes from something just being like an earthling.
Yeah, something on Earth.
So get over yourselves. You decided to be
Do-
called.
do
You don't
faith-
want to be called a woman.
Do
Come up
faith
with
right
something
quick.
else.
Do faith right quick. Put faith in it. Let me see something.
Oh. Because you got to have faith, the faith, the faith.
That's gonna be a.
Nothing? All right, fair enough. George
We're not allowed to do that. We'll get copyright notice.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
We can't do it.
You want to get pulled off of YouTube, Hamill?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Al.
What did you say?
We
Stop
did
saying
get
stuff.
one for a show 2 weeks ago.
Jesus.
Faithfulness. From a root of fidere, to trust. I want to know what PIE root is. So, beta, to trust, confide, persuade. Huh, persuade. Imagine that. What is PIE? I need to understand.
Yeah, you know me.
Jesus Christ.
Hamill's like, the syllables were right. I'm keeping it.
You down with Pi E? Yeah, you know me.
What's Pi E?
I don't know.
Okay.
PIE. It's PIE, I would say.
Proto-Indo-European language.
Yeah. Who isn't wet right now? You know what I mean?
Virginity is cool. Come on.
I don't know. I hit the wrong button. Sorry. It's fine.
What's lexical mean?
Lexico?
Lexical.
It's like the lexicon. It's a community believed meaning of a word.
Okay.
Like in the current lexicon, in corporate lexicon, it's just something that like you use and everybody understands its meaning at that moment, even if it's not its literal meaning.
Okay.
Like the term synergy.
Oh.
I don't know
Yep.
what the fuck that is. I know what it is. I've heard it, and I
Nobody knows what it is. It's when shit
made
works
up shit.
right.
just
Literally,
made up
it's
shit.
like when shit works right.
Okay, I can dig it.
We need higher synergy. Again, we got there from the first conviction under sexism law. This is a fun game. How did we get here? Super Monster Wolf, a success in Japan farming trial.
What the fuck?
Explain this.
Super Monster Wolf is a new
Okay,
strain of
terrific.
Thai stick.
Yeah, okay, let's go with that. What is Super Monster Wolf?
Super monster.
I
Wolf.
like his idea. It's
What'd
just
you
like
say?
a crazy.
Super Monster Wolf, what is it?
No,
And
what'd you
I-
say?
I said it's a fabulous new strain of Thai stick, which is your Asian weed.
I ain't even got shit for this, man. Asians are freaky as fuck, man. So ain't no telling what the fuck is going on.
Super Monster Wolf. It's
Super
right up there with
Monster
a Man Bear Pig and
Ooh. A Super Monster Wolf is when a hairy Greek dude hooks up with a hairy Greek chick, but neither one of them is shaved recently.
And Hamill's in the corner watching because
Yeah.
that's his jam.
yeah. No,
The hairy Greek chick, anyway.
Oh yeah.
So what's a Super Monster Wolf before I hit enter on my search
Hit
term?
enter, man. I don't know. I ain't got shit for it, man. I want to make it racial, but I can't.
Holy fuck! Wow. It's solar powered and it's a robot. Oh fucking.
Oh man.
Oh, it's a scarecrow.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Fucking Asians.
Yeah,
I
man,
told
it's
you.
a robot scarecrow.
Goddamn Asians.
Jeez.
But it's
Solar powered.
terrifying. Time to call it Super Monster Wolf.
Super Monster Wolf presents Jesus, that's like a straight from hell. Look at that. I mean,
But it's robotic, I think.
so like walks around and shit.
Maybe.
I mean, we're about to find out.
Look at the ass.
It's on a chain, dude. It's on a chain.
Can we just agree that the Asians are the worst at naming everything?
No, man, it's exactly what it says it is. It's a super monster wolf.
Made by Super Happy Fun Time. Present.
Right? Hey, special number 1 Happy Fun Time Great. That's all it does, just the head
I
rotates.
guess so.
And it's got
Sponsored
a
by-
mask. I've lost interest. This is dumb.
Sponsored by Wasabi Kit Kats.
Have you ever had a wasabi Kit Kat?
No.
They're pretty legit.
Are they?
This sounds like the weirdest fucking thing.
There's a like the Asian themed like Whole Foods. Oh, not Whole Foods, but like wholesale
Asian themed Whole Foods. What the
No,
fuck is that?
not Whole Foods. Wholesale store that sells like all kinds of crazy like Asian inspired shit or like
Yeah.
shit from like China and Japan. and
Strawberry
stuff.
Kit Kats are the jam too.
Yeah, they have
Green tea.
green tea's another one that I've seen. Like that place is it's
I took Hamill up to the Park Hill Supermarket, which is
Yes.
up at 40th and Colorado ish, and it's crazy. Like it's stuff that you do not see in any other supermarket. I will also note that their soy sauce has insane amounts of sodium.
Where is this? 40th and what?
40th and Colorado,
Yeah.
just up the street from where he and I live.
Like over closer to Steele? Because 40th in Colorado, there ain't shit over there.
Well, at 40th and Colorado is the Conoco station, and like there's a new thing. If you go back one block, I think it's like Jackson is actually the cross street, but it's like in this little. You would never know it's there, and like you can get, all the like weird. It's not necessarily Asian. It's just like a lot of weird ethnic. You can buy 50-pound bags of masa, and like all kinds of weird dried fucking mushrooms and shit.
Yeah, and like shitloads of ramen, like all kinds of different kind of ramen.
Oh, the greatest.
Yeah.
All stuff that you can't find.
I like
anywhere
going to
else.
Mexican supermarkets because they cut and spice weird parts of pigs.
Yeah, you can get like feet and
Oh,
like
yeah.
ears and shit there. They had live crab. Which
Yeah,
is
I
weird.
wouldn't call
'cause,
it-
like,
yeah. I don't think it's nothing.
Look,
against that.
the census is in. Pretty much the ladies like curved dicks. Left or right? I asked.
And what is the response? So left or right? They say they don't.
I said left to right. Either way.
They would prefer it that way as
Yeah,
opposed
left
to up to down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit. Yeah. Out of, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 so far. I have 2 no's.
Wow.
Everybody else is like, hell yeah.
Well, a curved dick vibe, but like seriously, they wanted left or right. That makes no fucking goddamn sense.
Pussy don't make sense.
I mean, that's true. Like,
Okay, terrific.
You would assume that like humans are inherently. Okay, sorry,
no,
it's me being
yeah,
logical.
I just heard this shit back in the and I remember it's this fucking porn star named Captain Hook. So
Captain Hook.
yeah. Wait,
You're
what?
gonna find it. You're gonna find it now.
Old black dude, man. Look like one of the Temptations and shit.
But his name is Captain Hook.
I'm Big Dick Black.
Pirate porn star. First image. Okay, that's.
I'm gonna turn the camera away from
Hi.
Pornhub.
Hi.
and just focus it on Hamill.
I think that's it right there. Eddie hooking up.
All right,
Is
let's.
that not the best title? Eddie hooking up Monica with his curved dick.
Let's see.
Jeez.
part 2.
Part 2. The
See,
Reckoning.
but that's dead straight.
yeah, that's
That's a straight
that's
dick.
that's an arrow.
That ain't him. This is old dude. Yeah. This
Well,
shit-
hold on. Let's.
No, go back. It was one that was fucking. Bitch looked like he was doing a U-turn.
Of course, Pornhub has a.
They ain't got no good shit. Go back to the very first screen you was on when you picked that video, the first last video.
Hi, internet. How are you?
Why won't it let me go further back?
Yeah, go back.
Oh, because they put me on ChatterBait.
Ah, fuck.
God damn it. Just cut her off.
I was trying to.
Look at them pink ass nipples. God damn it. There it is.
Yeah,
my-
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the kind. Dude, that's like if
All right,
And this
game on.
is foot porn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
foot
but-
jobs are something I just don't understand.
makes no sense.
I've never got them. I don't.
And this-
mean,
she's like backwards foot jerking him. Look, them the bottom of her feet, not the foot.
Yeah, because he prescribes to you.
well, that's where the arches are. You lube up the arches of the feet, and then you just drop the
No, but
dong
wouldn't it
in
be
there.
better to do it with the hard side part?
Why?
You
Why
get
do you
more-
want it all hard?
You get more friction. It's too soft in the middle. Look the way she's struggling. Like she keep losing the dick.
Yeah. I
She gotta keep trying to find the dick with her feet because she face down and she trying to find the dick.
fucking getting a foot job is like
It
jerking
is
off with your
awkward
left
as
hand.
shit.
Yeah.
Like you can imagine if there was audio, he's just like, "Baby, just keep your feet together. I'll do the work."
Yeah. It's got,
That
These
is
black folks, they listen
terrible.
to music right now. They listen to R&B.
It is definitely a crooked dick. You think that's why she's fucking him like with her feet instead of her vag?
Yeah, right. That can't. Like seriously.
What if a super crooked dick is only something chicks think they want from watching porn? Kind of like how some dudes think it's okay to spit on women.
or like they like dick squirters.
Hey, let's not talk too terribly about spitting in women's
And apparently,
mouths.
Captain Hook only does foot job. Like, look at this: Captain Hook, grape orange candy painted toes foot job. I think fresh French pedicure foot job, black and white.
Think it's the
cookie.
same foot, just new nails.
No, I think this guy can't actually put his penis inside a girl
Nah,
because
I'm telling
it'll
you,
fucking
it's-
tear up like her right kidney,
Old
but not her
black
left
dude
one.
Had an area. I'm telling you, it's cats out here with some fucking. Them bitches, his shit actually goes up and curves. This motherfucker, it curve right off the base.
Seriously, like it's desperately trying to find his asshole, by, like going that way.
Oh, nah, y'all be going down and under.
Well, it's sort of like Magellan or whatever had to go around all these little things.
Ah, look at this shit. Ah.
Okay, I got to get off.
Oh,
board.
she like he came on her foot. You see that?
Foot jobs are like the equivalent of jerking
All right,
off
let's get back,
left-handed.
let's get
It's
back,
the
let's
worst.
get back. Huh?
Like foot jobs are the equivalent to like jerking off.
What if some
left-handed.
girl gives you a foot job? Like we're out on the road somewhere, and some girl's like, "I'll blow you and everything, but I want to give you a foot job first." And
I
she
would
gives you a foot job,
I
and
tried
it's like
once.
the best thing you ever had. It's like, oh my god, that's better than anal.
You know
it's
what?
better than blow jobs. It's bit like
You know what?
I
you
wouldn't
got-
try
You
it.
do have a point there. You
I
do have a
wouldn't
point.
try
you wouldn't try it.
I wouldn't try. I already got too much shit in my creep closet already. Goddamn, I don't
Fuck
need
it,
no more.
I'd try
I don't
it.
need shit else in there. Goddamn it. Now I'm trying to get.
Is,
bitches to-
is there anything? Okay, what wouldn't you try to make yourself come?
Oof.
anything inserted into my butthole?
I'm with him on that.
I
one.
let a chick lick around that motherfucker. She can get as deep as she can get with her tongue, but
You ain't
can't.
fucking lived until
Huh?
your fucking prostate's been played with.
That's just they-
I'll let you
Dude,
grow up a little
it's
bit.
just like
then
this.
we'll
Is what I
get
say.
there.
This is what I say.
Hey,
It's
wait,
not
wait.
everybody.
Here's what you got to do. Okay,
Huh?
you don't have to put anything in your ass. All right, just hear me out.
Here we go. What?
I want you to eat the mushrooms, and while you're on that mushroom trip, I need you to drop a deuce,
Ah!
and that will change your mind on the thought of some girl sticking a finger in your butt.
No.
I don't know.
She can get as deep as she can
Oh,
get with
it
her
is magical.
tongue.
It's
But
not
that's
that
it.
I don't believe you.
So that's the
It's
only
not
thing-
that.
Huh?
I just don't want to know.
Why?
I don't want that door open. Like
Thank
what
you.
he said.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, like what he said. I don't want to. Then all of a sudden I'm shoving shit up my ass just to jerk off. I don't want that in my
Yeah,
life.
I
You
don't
don't have to.
I don't
Oh,
have
I
to do all
will.
that
I
just
will
to
have to.
come.
I will have to.
Jake, like, look, I know.
Then
me.
it might be the best it's ever been. Like if you
Yeah,
can
man,
make
I'm
it
cool.
everything
It's
that
pretty
much
fucking good
better.
right now. I'm good at the level of good
Yeah.
that's it right now. I got
Like
that.
I'm not saying you're wrong, and I believe that that's works for you. And
It's
thumbs
like
up.
everything else. It's some people like it, some people don't. Just
So
like
you-
some girls I know love anal sex, other girls hate it.
So you're afraid to have a thing put up your ass that will make you come
Out of
harder
fear
out of
that you
fear
like
that it'll
it.
be too good.
Yeah,
That's the worst logic ever.
No, because then it becomes
I
a
know.
problem. Then it's
I
just,
don't even like
How
shit,
does it
so I
become
know.
a problem.
because
Me
you
tell
don't like to shit.
Hell no, I
The
don't like
fuck is
shit.
wrong with you?
Yeah, what you talking
Shitting is
about?
the best.
No, pissing is the best. Shitting ain't shit.
no, pooping's awesome.
So that's the only thing
It's
you
just
wouldn't
getting
do
it
to
out of you. That's
come.
why I like it.
Huh?
That's the only thing you wouldn't do to come.
And no nasty shit like no playing with no shit or nothing like that. Like nah.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't like interesting lubes.
That's a great disclaimer. Interesting news.
you
It could be
sick
anything.
motherfucker.
Could be poo. Could be smegma. You decide.
Ugh.
All right. Putin.
Oh boy.
Jews might be responsible for election meddling.
Okay, terrific.
I like the way Putin think.
Fucking Putin.
I like the way
That
Putin
is the
think.
sign of a man who does not give any.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He don't give the Jews.
Because that's
Would
like
you give a fuck if you were Putin? They say he's the richest man on
But that's
earth.
that's a super shitty thing to say. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because the Jews have gotten it pretty hard over the past 100 years. You know what I mean?
Past 100? Like
Just
4,000?
Totally. I'm just saying. But like, if you the past 100 years have not. I mean, they've been kind of nice, but then there's been a lot of dark spots. But they're like one of the first groups that you know you don't really say anything bad about like that. You know, without catching some sort of heat. You know, and for him to just come out and say that, like, yeah, it was the fucking Jews. Like, oh, it's like Louis C.K.'s joke about how you say the word Jew.
But let me tell you, this is what it
It's
is with
bad.
Putin. Look,
It's
man,
shit.
Putin is old school. I don't give a fuck. And
Yeah.
what they've literally bred that out of Americans to where it's like you have to be nice, you have to be this, you have to be that. Putin like, bitch, I ain't American. I don't give a fuck. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll say what the fuck I'm gonna say. What are you gonna do over there? But just get mad at me. That's
Yeah,
it. And that's why they scared of that motherfucker, man.
because he don't give any fucks.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
And the way,
Exactly. Don't got to. Like in America, you at least gotta act like you give a fuck. You gotta kind of put a little top layer of I give a fuck. You can't go I just don't give a fuck. But Putin's just like I don't give a fuck.
They're saying he's worth at least $40 billion.
I believe it.
But we don't. That's the
That-
minimum.
I'm about to say that ain't shit.
No.
Like, we got Americans that's worth more than that.
Not in the billions. There's not a whole hell of a lot. You've
What is
got
Buffett worth?
Buffett's like 5 on the list now.
He is?
Jeff Bezos is, at least according to
What about,
is
where's,
over 100 billion. Bill
the tech
Gates.
dude, other tech
Bill
dude?
Gates. So Jeff Bezos is a little over 100 billion. Last I saw.
Yeah.
Bill Gates is going to be right behind him. Then you just go to the. I mean,
Yeah.
but what they're saying is Forbes can't confirm any of his assets. But this opens up saying that he could be worth as much as $200 billion. But nobody knows. Like
You
nobody
can't-
could find
You
it.
can't. See, that's the crazy thing. Man, I met this one chick, man. She don't even know what her parents did. All she know is that she had a credit card that was limitless, and she could do what the fuck she wanted. There's motherfuckers that's that rich to where they just, I got as much money as I want to right here on this card. This money is attached to something. I don't know what, but I know it's endless. I can just do what the fuck I want to do to it.
Hate it when they.
This
put it-
motherfucker Zuckerberg in there.
Zuckerberg's over $1 billion, I believe.
Yep.
He's well with this company. Well, he's
But
way
he's
over
gonna
$1 billion.
lose it. He's gonna lose a lot of that because Facebook's fickle. It's gonna die.
Nah, man. Facebook
It
is
is.
powerful, man. I'm telling you, you got foreign dignitaries going to this man asking him to shut accounts down. When you got motherfuckers like that coming to you, you got some pull. So you gotta understand the way they doing Facebook. Facebook manipulates the way you think, the way people think. So that's powerful. So they're gonna use it for whatever they need to. So he ain't going nowhere unless they take it from him or he get out of line. They kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, I know you're all looking at me because we're getting towards the end. Oh my fucking Christ in heaven!
What happened?
The ad block on this, like none of these websites want me to go to it because it's
On the billionaire website?
yeah, because it's Forbes. That's how they monetize their sites now because nobody wants to pay for fucking.
They want you to actually pay. Yeah, yeah.
To get on Forbes?
Yes,
Get the fuck
it's
out of here.
annoying as shit. See, it says thank you for turning.
Yeah, how'd that noise go again?
Oh, let me see if I can.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm sorry. Fuck you, Forbes.
Right, I can Google anything.
Fucking yeah. Fucking god damn it. Yeah, fuck. That's what I think of Forbes.
So like, let's say, who is it? The Amazon guy's worth like 50 or something. you said?
Jeff Bezos is the first person on record to be over $100 billion.
Now, do you think that does that count like old school oil money from like the Middle East? Does that count like
Just his
whatever the
properties.
Illuminati would be?
I don't think he didn't come from that. He came from nowhere. He had a good idea and fucking ran with it 25 fucking years ago, just like Bill Gates.
No, for sure. I'm not saying he didn't earn his money. I'm not saying he came from money, but like, there's got to be richer people than that.
The only old money really on that list that I've seen is like the Sultan of Brunei, who owns Dubai. You know, he's always up there, but there isn't a lot of old money individual. There's old family, like the Waltons would be up there, the founders of Walmart. But you don't see a lot of oil barons. But it may also be going towards Illuminati. They
Well,
hide
shit.
that shit.
Number 20 has 39 billion, so that's 20. So let me get to.
Jesus Christ.
He's a Chinese dude.
Like the
Warren
Walton,
Buffett is 3.
if the Walton
Oh,
family,
he came up.
Jeff Bezos,
Bezos. He's the
Bezos.
founder of Amazon.
112 billion.
Yep.
Bill Gates 90 billion.
Yep.
Warren 84 billion. Hennessy, the dude, chairman CEO, what the fuck? Bernard Arnault. He's the chairman CEO of Moet, Hennessy, and Louis Vuitton.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can
Yeah.
understand that. The biggest premium brands.
This motherfucker is number 5. Zuckerberg, 71 billion.
And that's all based on the money that he has in the options on his stock. Like, if the Facebook, and granted, he's probably being smart and leveraging that to put it not in Facebook, because if Facebook's going down, it will not going to be, in 5 years, there will not be Facebook.
you don't think so?
I can.
I bet it'll still exist. Too many old people have adopted it.
Yeah,
Too many old people have figured out that it's a
Dude,
way to
do you
communicate.
I don't think you see what Facebook is doing. Facebook has partnered with college basketball, overseas basketball. They partner with a lot of sports things to where they're broadcasting these games through Facebook. They're doing a lot of shit. Facebook is doing like a lot of stuff. Eventually, Facebook will start to get like Netflix too, to where they'll start making their own content. Watch.
Yeah.
No, I actually
they already are.
agree with you
They already
because
are.
they're going through that stuff that's happening right now. That's why they bought up Periscope and those and Vine is just like the quick needed.
Also,
that's why
Instagram. They bought Instagram.
and well, like Twitter, the first like Thursday night football game of every year is only shown on Twitter. Like you can't watch it anywhere other than NFL Network.
Yeah, see shit like that. Nah, Facebook. I'm telling you, man, Facebook is fucking powerful, dude. I don't think it's going anywhere unless, like I say, unless that motherfucker get out of line, they shut that bitch down. But he'll still be rich. He'll still. Once you get up there, man, you got to get killed out that money. You ain't losing all that. You can lose some millions. You ain't about to lose no fucking billions because you didn't rub elbows with some of the most powerful people in the world when you start getting that motherfucking money. So there's always a motherfucker that can put you back in some way if they like you, if they fuck with you like that. So
What plugs do we have, gentlemen?
I have a show on Thursday at the it's a High Hops the High Hops Brewery show, and it is at, I'll make sure I get the name of this place right so I don't fuck it up. It's at the High Hops Brewing Company in Windsor, Colorado. It's on the 15th. It's me. And Piper Shepherd is going to be my feature act, which is going to be dope because she's like one of my favorite people in the world. So I'm glad that we got to get together and do some work together. So, but yeah, that's going to be fun.
I'll go ahead, man.
Oh, I'm doing chaos comedy in March. I don't know. I think I have something like soon though. Oh, Wednesday I'm doing the Zephyr Lounge out in Aurora for Zeke Herrera.
Have you been there before?
A long time ago, like in my 20s.
Oh man, that place is. Whew.
Is that the one out off a tower?
No, that's the one right there on Colfax.
Colfax and what?
Like Peoria?
I can't think.
It's Peoria, right?
I can't remember what cross street is, but it's
I feel like it's been there for forever.
it's a bar and a diner attached to a seedy motel.
Yeah.
You get real life in that motherfucker right there. I did a show there. I got a show at the Denver Improv on the 22nd.
Fuck yeah.
Buy tickets. Come on out. It's me, John Toll, Movita, a couple other motherfuckers. It's going to be a good-ass show. We're going to try to make it a regular thing, so go and come out and out and support Denver Improv. Go to the website and get your tickets. And also follow me on Facebook at Anthony Armstrong. You've been a real friend. We have fun on there.
Yeah. Mine is Jacob Hamill. So, and you're Corey Quattlebaum, right? On that.
What?
On Facebook?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
He hasn't put anything on Facebook in a hot minute, and I'm still
really
waiting for
don't.
your fucking pocket pussy reviews, motherfucker.
I was just fucking around, but I'm going to have to do this shit. Motherfuckers been all of my goddamn it.
Oh, we're gonna do a whole fucking show on how cooking fucking
Oh,
a burger
God.
beyond medium is literally you should be fucking lynched for that
Here we
shit.
go. Here we go. Here we go.
White
man
I
ain't
just
gonna
don't
put
want to
meat.
do the conspiracy episode.
You don't want to do the conspiracy episode.
I want to do the
Oh,
conspiracy. That's
very,
all
very
I
bad.
want
Let
is
me
the
read up on my
conspiracy
conspiracies and
episode.
then we can get into it.
So what we'll do is
How about we pick a video, a conspiracy video, and we all watch it and then we discuss it, so we can all be on the same. Because there's a million conspiracy theories we can kind of go through. How about we just focus on one and just kind of branch out from there?
I'm okay with the idea. I mean, I can just throw out conspiracy ideas,
Yeah.
but yeah, to your point.
See,
'cause
I
that's
feel like you especially, you're too versed in the knowledge, and my knowledge is just
all right,
subpar.
all right.
So I gotta, you know,
we'll
what I'm saying?
do a video.
Yeah.
We'll do a video.
I
We'll
gotta
credit-
brush up so I can at least
video?
battle you on the shit.
We'll
What video?
I don't know. We'll find. I'll take input if anybody wants to throw it out there. But we'll take something.
We should watch.
We should sit down, the four of us together, and watch like Zeitgeist or something.
That's Zeitgeist. Or we can watch the what's the one with Obama? The Obama Deception. Ooh, that's a good one. That talks about everything. That's the one I'll tell you about.
Okay, we can absolutely do that.
All right, that's fine. We pick a day. We fuck around.
No, we'll do it. Fuck, you tell me you want to do it next week. I can tell you're chomping at the bit for this, Bear.
Well,
we
think
got to
about
go.
it.
We're hitting
Well,
time.
Let's
so.
do this. Let's get together offline if we can. Watch it and then decide because it's long as fuck. Or whatever we're gonna do is gonna be
like
long.
No, you do it at Mystery Science Theater 3000. I sit here and I pause it while we fucking argue about what the fuck did he just say?
Okay. We can do that then. Because I was about to say we could just watch it, then maybe cut out certain parts, and then discuss them versus just sitting here watching on camera.
I'm good with watching it. I think that's because that's when you're like, because otherwise you come in here with your own free form, like your own formed opinion.
Well, that's
And
what
we're just gonna-
conspiracy theories are.
Yeah, but no, like you're gonna watch that and be like, "This is what I believe in." It's just gonna be a fist fight. It's funnier for the audience to see us have this
But there's
reaction.
gonna be a whole lot of just dead air too.
Oh fuck yeah!
I don't like that shit, man.
I know I don't either, but you know what? Hey, maybe I'll hook up with the guys that fucking did that. Be like, hey, how do you feel about us doing this? They might be completely cool with it. If
Not
they're
good.
cool with it, then we can run the audio from it at the same time.
They ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say.
It doesn't matter. Like, technically, we can do it without asking for permission. We're allowed to under fair use. However, it would be better if they were like could say yes because they might listen to it and be like, "Oh fuck these guys," and then we might have them call in.
All right, well,
I'd be down with that.
that's fine. We'll
All right, we've gone over.
Yeah.
Later, all of you people.
Peace out.
Bye, fuckers.